Hello and welcome, Tiger fans, to this varsity doubleheader between the Carroll Tigers and the visiting Bombers from Ballard. First, we'll go ahead and take a look at the individual stats for the Ballard Bombers, who come into this one with a 17-1 record on the year. Their lone loss coming to a tough Gilbert team the first game of the year. Bombers are led by Brooke Lee, who averages 12.2 points per game. Not far behind her is Josie Fleischman with 11.3. Molly Eiley averages 9.8 points per game for the Bombers, as well as Maggie Larson with 6.8 for the Bombers. For the Tigers, they're coming off of 2 straight wins, a very impressive win against Greene County, where they won that one with a total score of 77-9. Tigers 12-7 so far on the year. They are led by Ella Collison, who averages 12.1 points per game. Not far behind her is Kennedy Lean with just under 10 points per game at 9.7. Laura Sweeney, also the front guard for the Tigers, averaging 8.4, and Ashley Unkin, the 5 spot down low, averaging 8.2. Now go ahead and take a look at the team stats for both teams. Tigers come into this one averaging 58.6 points per game on just under 40% shooting at 39.8%. They also shoot just above 30% from the three-point line at 30.2. Tigers also just below 60% from the charity stripe at 59.6 points per game. They also have a scoring differential of a positive 11.7 points. For the visiting Ballard Bombers, they average 54.2 points per game at 42.6% shooting. They shoot from behind the arc at 37.8%, as well as a 63.8% from the free throw line, and an impressive scoring differential of almost 24 points per game at 23.7. We'll now head down onto the court for the starting lineups, and we'll be back and ready for tip.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carroll High School and tonight's Raccoon River Conference varsity basketball action. Tonight, your Tigers host the Ballard Bombers. Carroll High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at all activities. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and acts and respect the decisions of the officials. What you do and say reflects on your team, your school, and your community. Please enjoy tonight's game by being a good sport. At this time, we'd like to welcome our game officials, Greg Lovett, Roger Powell, and Jeff Sweeney. Now here are the starting lineups first for the visiting Bombers, who are coached by Kelly Anderson. Number 11, Brooke Levy. Number 15, Maggie Larson. Number 21, Cassidy Thompson. Number 23, Jocelyn Fleischman. And number 43, Molly Eiley.
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the weather, we never delayed. You gave me commands, I always obeyed. I never let you go astray. I never thought I'd see the day that you would come and just betray me. Sick of playing silly games, you never loved me anyway. You should not have let me get away, cause now I'm hunting for my prey. I'm bigger, I'm better, my mind is a weapon. I won't ever let them try to break me down, and I'ma just get up there. Ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. Staring at you from afar.
And now, here are the starting lineups for your Carroll Tigers, who are coached by Nathan Wall and Mark Renning. Junior number 2, Laura Sweeney. Junior number 14, Kennedy Lean. Junior number 20, Ella Collison. Junior number 30, Gabby Hammer. And senior number 42, Ashley Unken. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that everyone please rise and face the flag as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome back here. As we were just getting ready to get set for this one, I am now joined by my broadcast partner, Luke Woosley. Luke just came in a little bit late from wrestling practice. The Tigers wrestling team will head down to Dallas Center Grimes in a district wrestling meet this Saturday. So if you would like to attend that and cheer on the Tigers, that would be greatly appreciated. Luke?
Yep, should be a lot of fun. Got 8 good teams down there. Valley, Dowling, Urbandale, a couple of the big ones down there. Should be a nice scrap. Hopefully we can send a couple down to Wells, and should be a fun day. Always a great environment. So even if you've never been to a wrestling meet before, you can ask just about anybody who's been to one. It's a different type of energy. So should be a good one down there. This one right here should also be a good one between the Carroll Tigers and the Ballard Bombers.
Go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for the visiting Bombers. They start a sophomore Brooke Lee, a senior Maggie Larson, a pair of juniors Cassidy Thompson and Josie Fleischman, as well as another junior rounding out the starting 5, Molly Eiley.
And for the Tigers, it is the quartet of juniors and Laura Sweeney, Ella Collison, Kennedy Lean, and Gabby Hammer, and then Ashley Unken holding down the post.
This one should be a good one. As Luke mentioned before, again, a varsity doubleheader between the boys and the girls teams. Eiley going to dribble in, and she kicks out to number 23, Fleischman. Thompson looking to use her length down low, puts up a shot with the left hand in the middle of the paint, gets it to go. Bombers are on the board first, and they lead 2-0.
Hammer now bringing it up here for the Tigers. She's going to find Lean, who's going to use her speed, try to get back to a couple Bomber defenders, but some nice defense there. Laura Sweeney with a nice inside pass, but it is stolen away there by number 11. That is Brooke Lowe.
Eiley with it now over into the corner to Fleischman, who puts up the three-pointer. Shot good by Josie Fleischman. She had about 5 or 6 threes, I think, against the Tigers the last time these two teams played. So very impressive shooting from her.
Collison now with the cross-court pass.
Collison's pass knocked out of bounds. Tigers definitely going to have to contain the shooters there for the Bombers. Last time these two teams played, it wasn't a very offensive type of matchup. The actual final score was 36-25 between both teams. So a very defensive-oriented game last time. And it appears as though the Bombers' scoring night is starting off pretty well.
Tigers here. Double dribble there called on number 43. That's Molly Eiley.
Turnover will give it to the Tigers. Inbounding on the far sideline is Laura Sweeney. Actually, they'll change that to behind the basket. Sweeney still on the inbound. She's going to have to get it in soon, and 5 seconds is the call. So the Tigers will turn it right back over to the Bombers here. 6:43 left to go in this brand new game. 0-5, the visiting Bombers lead. Tigers in that defensive press, looking to create turnovers and most importantly, turn those turnovers into points. Fleischman with a pump fake in the corner. She's going to drive baseline, looking down low. Finds number 15, Larson. Almost stolen away. Lee able to regain the possession. She's going to go to Thompson, who sets up for the 3-3. Cassidy Thompson up no good. Brooke Lee pulls down the rebound for the Bombers.
And that's been a problem all year for the Tigers, is allowing offensive rebounds. And with a great shooting team like the Bombers are, you can't be giving up those offensive rebounds. But a nice box out there by Gabby Hammer is going to set up the break for the Tigers.
Sweeney going to kick back up over the top to Hammer, who takes one step in, puts up a three. That one bounces up and falls. Tigers on the board for the first time here tonight with a three from Gabby Hammer. Drive now by Larson appeared to be deflected by Unkin, but the Bombers able to grab their own board. Lee with it now going to take a deep three. That one up, no good. Good box out by Laura Sweeney, forces Larson to go up and over the back. That'll be a foul call, the second one already on the Bombers. Sweeney will be on the inbound for the Tigers. The Bombers in a bit of a press of their own, starting out with a deflection from Cassidy Thompson. Good positioning there on the defense from her.
Cassidy Thompson, a junior, really a force inside, standing at 6'2". It's going to be really hard for the Tigers to penetrate inside and really put up inside layups like what their offense predominantly is.
Collison dribble drive, hands off to Hammer as the Tigers move it around the arc. Lean pump fakes a three, uses a nice spin move going baseline, puts up a shot, no good. Able to grab her own board, puts it up, that one no good. But Kennedy Lean will head to the line after she's fouled on the shot.
Kennedy Lean, she is 33 of 51 this year from the free throw line. That's giving her a 64%.
First one for Kennedy is up and good. That'll be her first point of the night. Second one for Lean up as well. That one good too. We are all now tied up at 5s.
5:30 left here as the Ballards push the ball up. That's going to be Lee right now with the dribble drive. She puts up the floater. It goes over the basket, but Eiley is going to get a rebound.
Eiley now dribbling around, looking for a handoff. She'll go into the corner to Fleischman. Good ball movement by the Bombers. Sets up Josie Fleischman for a wide open three-pointer.
That was a great pass there by Eiley. They thought they were going to get a handoff, but she kind of put it right over Hammer's head and right into the corner to Fleischman.
Sweeney's pass been out of control there as that falls out of bounds. Tigers now down 5-8 here, about 5:09 left to go. Inbounding for the Bombers is Lee. Eiley with it will kick over to the left side to Lee and back to Meg Reitz, number 35. Fleischman now looking inside for Thompson, who pump fakes, puts up a turnaround with the left hand, no good. Eiley running in, grab the board, gets a put back up on the left side to fall. Tigers now trailing by 5-10. Lean slipped a little bit there, able to get the pass off before the travel call. Lean with it now in the corner. And Laura Sweeney will step back, set up the offense for the Tigers.
Sweeney here going to swing it over to Lean. She finds Collison. Collison kind of going to use a little screen there by Kennedy. Kennedy's going to kind of run into each other. Laura Sweeney now has it in the corner. Tigers just moving the ball around here, trying to give it a feel for this Ballard defense as Ashley's going to drive into the paint. Some good defense being played here by the Bombers, a nice zone. They're going to call a blocking foul there on number 21, Thompson.
That foul will be Cassidy Thompson's first, the third team foul already for the Bombers, just in less than 4 minutes here in the game.
Right now, checking in for Thompson is number 31, Rachel Wolgamuth.
Sweeney will inbound now for the Tigers behind the basket. She goes into Collison in the corner. And looking for a screen down low from Lean. Unkin will attack left and gives to Hammer, who makes right. Good pass into Unkin. Finds an open Laura Sweeney in the corner, who knocks down the three-pointer. She was knocked down a little bit. No call on the foul, but nonetheless a great shot by Laura Sweeney, who brings her Tigers back to within 2. An attack now from
with a nice pump fake, but her shot goes up no good. Sweeney now going to run the fast break for the Tigers. Collison now being left. She's going to dribble drive, find Ashley Unkin down in the post. She's going to have the ball knocked away from her there by number 11, Lee, and that'll be off Ashley and Ballard ball.
Good defense there by the Bombers. Stayed in good enough position to be able to defend off an Unkin attack, but you see Lee just kind of dip in there and get a pick out of the way, and that's exactly what your guards are supposed to do on that help defense down in the post.
Eiley now driving baseline. She gets stuck, ties it back up top to Lee. Lee's going to go to Wolgamuth. That's now number 35, Reitz, who gets a layup up and in.
Bombers lead by 4, now 12-8 as Meg Reitz grabs her first bucket off the bench for the Bombers.
This Ballard press really looking to be a problem for the Tigers. forcing easy turnovers. It's 2 passes that have just sailed just north, caused by the pressure of the Ballard D.
Lee with it, a nice pass into Fleischman, who's looking to go inside to Eiley. Bit of a mismatch there, going Unkin's way. Instead, Reitz will drive right and kicks out to Fleischman, whose 3 is wide left. Eiley looking for a save, a bit too far out of bounds for the save, and it'll be Tigers ball.
4-point game here, 2:57 left in the first quarter.
Sweeney looking to inbound, trying to get it in somewhere. She'll go into Collison. See Collison going right side and kicks to Ashley Unkin. And back up top to Laura Sweeney. Sweeney now will slow it down, set up the offense for the Tigers. Hammer with it in the corner, looking down low for Collison. It's tipped out of bounds by a Bomber defender. Both Wolgemuth and Eiley had their hands in there. Good deflection by the Bombers. And that'll force the Tigers to inbound. Tigers move it around the perimeter over to Lean. And Lean going to reverse it back around the perimeter. Collison now in the corner looking for Unkin there. You see the help defense by Lee, but Laura Sweeney's left wide open for a 3. Up and good at the top of the key. Laura Sweeney knocks down her second 3 of the night, and that'll force a Bombers timeout. Tigers down 1 here. 2:22 left to go. Timeout by the Bombers. We'll go ahead and take a look at the last time these 2 teams met each other. The Tigers traveled down to Huxley for a varsity doubleheader with the Ballard Bombers. Again, as I mentioned before, very defensive-oriented game, as the Bombers only amassing 36 points, as well as the Tigers only with 25. Kennedy Lean would lead the Tigers with 8 points to go around with a rebound and 3 assists. Gabby Hammer with 7 points. Ashley Unkin with 4 points and 7 rebounds, as well as Ella Collison with 3 points and 5 rebounds.
On the team side, the Tigers shot 49% from the field, 9 of 25. They shot 33% with only throwing up 9 threes on the day, and 4 for 9 from the free throw line. So the Tigers didn't really take too many threes and didn't get many chances from the free throw line, so we'll see if they can change that and get some offense going here tonight.
Again, that number, only 9 field goals made overall on the entire night. Again, not something we're really used to seeing the Tigers here, as they average right around 50 points per game. Both teams especially. Something that will definitely look to change here tonight and see if the offenses can get a little hotter. The kick inside there to number 15, Maggie Larson. A great deflection by Kennedy Lean to fly through the lane, and get that one to go out of bounds. The Bombers now forced to inbound.
You can kick it up top to Lee. Lee's going to find Larson again. She's going to stand at the top of the key. Handoff there to Reitz. Now Eiley's going to go use her speed with a little bit of a dribble drive. She's going to be fouled. They're going to say she was fouled on the ground, so it's just going to be a foul on Gabby. Gabby's now going to check out. Sophomore Hannah Jorgensen's going to find her way onto the floor for the first time tonight, so Tigers make their first substitution, bringing in the young sophomore.
Lee with it now in the corner. She's going to go inside to number 35, Reitz. Reitz the kick back out to Eiley, who attacks. Reitz going to pump fake and drive middle, and they're going to say that she traveled prior to the drive. So a turnover will give it to the Tigers. Minute and 45 left to go here as the Bombers set up their defensive press. Lean looking to dribble out of it, had it knocked away there. Lee comes up with it, going up over the top to Eiley, stolen away by Sweeney, who hits ahead to Unkin. Lee flying down, puts up the shot as Unkin. Looked like contact on the arm, but a great shot nonetheless by Ashley Unkin, who gets it to go. Reitz going to dribble it off the foot, and a huge momentum change by the Tigers here as they take the lead by 1 as well as force a turnover.
Minute and a half here left in this first quarter. You can already feel this tension start to build in this gym.
Bombers fans not too excited about that call. They're going to say that they wanted to say that it went off of Sweeney. Nonetheless, Tigers will have the possession here. Lean with a nice crossover move. Kicks over to Jorgensen in the corner. Jorgensen looking for a cutting Collison. Instead will dribble back up to the top. And she has her pass stolen away by number 15, Maggie Larson. Hit ahead
Eiley's
now to
going to go
Lee.
all the way down to Lee, and Lee's going to have an easy layup. Nice throw there by Eiley.
Bombers retake the lead by 1 now as Laura Sweeney's trapped. And a timeout taken by Coach Wall. I believe it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll head to a quick message from a local sponsor, and we'll be right back. And we're back here. Thank you for joining us again. If you are just joining us now, the score is 13-14 with the Tigers down 1. 57.1 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And Luke, I just mentioned at the break, this game has already been a lot better offensive game for both teams.
Yeah, both teams knocking down their shots here early, giving their good looks and moving the ball around really well. So we'll see if that can continue throughout the rest of this game. Should be a really good one.
We saw in the first game it was more defense that was leading to non-scoring, but now we're starting to see a lot of defense leading to scoring here as turnovers are turning into points. And another call there by the official saying that ball was tipped that went back court, and it'll end in an Ella Collison layup on the right side. Again, another call the Ballard faithful not really liking there, and I'll be completely honest, I don't know if I saw a deflection either.
I can honestly tell you I did not, but nice play there by the Tigers to get their heads up and keep their eyes on the prize, and Ella to get an easy basket.
Eiley now going to take it back, set up the offense for the Bombers. She's got about 10 seconds. She'll look to attack at 7 and score at 4. Usually the motto here. Reed's going to fake a handoff, and she will be fouled by Kennedy Lean down low. So that is now the second Tiger team foul. First one on Lean here tonight. Hammer and Josie Ayala will now make a substitution for the Tigers for the final 4.4 seconds of this first quarter. Eiley looking to get it in somewhere. She's going to have to go somewhere with it. She'll go to Lee in the corner who attacks baseline, puts up a floater. That one misses everything. Ayala coming up with the rebound, and that'll do it for us here in the first. The Tigers lead 15-14 on a much faster-paced game than the last time these two teams played. We will head to a quick commercial break, and we will be back and ready for the second quarter.
Welcome to the Carroll Community School District's Tiger Shop. The Tiger Shop is located within Carroll High School and is run by students. We have tons of Tiger gear for fans of all ages. Our hours are 8 to 3:30 Monday through Friday. Come see us.
And welcome to Carroll High School, and thank you for joining us here on the live stream as we are getting set for a Raccoon River Conference varsity doubleheader. Today's winner is Wade Lingling. He is in 5th grade in Mrs. Witcher's room. We're going to go in there and we'll get to see his reaction.
Hello and welcome back to this Raccoon River Conference matchup between the Carroll Tigers and the Ballard Bombers. Your score right now is 15-14 in a heavily offensive first quarter for both teams. So remember, Alex said the final score of this game last time was 36-25. The Bombers taking that one, so already half the amount of points scored for both teams in this one after just one quarter.
Jorgensen going to dribble and hand off to Laura Sweeney. Tigers will start out with the possession here to start the second quarter. Lean with it in the corner. She's going to use a dribble move. Picks up her dribble, though. And she kicked back to Hammer. Hammer across the court to Jorgensen. See the Bombers kind of stepped up that defensive tenacity a little bit here. And they'll kick to Ayala, who will put up a mid-range. A good-looking shot, just a bit short. Hammer grabbed the O-board, though, for the Tigers. Give to Laura Sweeney, who puts it up on the right side. A good find by Hammer there after the O-board, and a great shot by Sweeney there in traffic as she gets that to go. Tigers now lead by 3.
Lee now going to find an open Fleischman in the corner. Her three up, no good. Tigers something that they do not want to do. Fleischman being a very good three-point shooter for the Bombers.
Good pass from Laura Sweeney as she kicks it out of trouble over to Jorgensen. Jorgensen now going to drive left, hand off to Hammer. Back into the corner to Sweeney. And Tigers continue to move it around the perimeter now after making a couple basket cuts. Sweeney with it again, going to use a Kennedy Lean screen. And kick to her. Lean going to drive right, had it tipped away by Eiley. Ayala coming up with it, though, and it's stolen away by Thompson.
Thompson there, nice hustle pass to get it into Lee. Lee's going to find Larson. Back to Lee. She's going to dribble drive the right side of the hoop. Her shot up, swatted away by Laura Sweeney. They're going to say it bounced right off of Lee, so great defensive tip there by Laura. Checking in now for Ballard is number I don't know who checked in on that one.
I want to say it was 35, Meg Reitz.
I think you're right. Anyway, Hammer's going to swing it up to Ayala. Ayala's going to swing it back to Hammer. Sweeney now has it at the top of the key. She's going to dribble drive on the right side. Tigers here moving the ball around. Hammer pump fake.
Sweeney now back with it, going to set it up for the Tigers, going over to Hammer there on the far side. Hammer going to use a screen by Unkin on the pick and roll, had it knocked away by Reeds, and Meg Reeds comes up with the steal. Eiley with it now for the Bombers. Going to hand off to Lee, sets up Brooke Lee for a three-pointer. That one up and good. All tied up at 17 now with about 5:45 left to go here in the second quarter.
Collison here trying to bring it up for the Tigers. Bombers still playing that press. Tigers get out of it pretty quick, though.
A good press break there by the Tigers. Hit to one side and then kick into the middle and back. Ella Collison going to put up a three. That up no good. Brooke Lee with the rebound. And the Tigers will clear out.
Lee and Eiley going to split the playmaking opportunities here for the Bombers as they're going to leave her open again for three. She's going to knock down back-to-back threes, something the Tigers cannot allow is open shots if they want to stay in this one with the 17-1 Bombers.
Brooke Lee, 8 of the Tigers' 20 points here tonight. Hammer able to control that pass by Collison, and she'll go back right back to Ella there. And a jump ball going to be called. A good tie up there by number 23, Josie Fleischman. And the jump ball possession arrow will give it to the Bombers. Substitution here for both teams as number 31, Rachel Wolgemuth, checks in for Fleischman. And Kennedy Lean will also sub in for the Tigers as well, and she'll take Sweeney's spot.
Bringing it up now for the Bombers is Eiley. She's going to find Lee. Lee's going to pull a deep three again. Her shot up, no good. Rebounded there. Bombers are going to get a rebound, but they are unable to put up the second chance bucket, so Ayala is going to come down with the rebound. Kennedy Lean looking to use her speed now and get past this Bomber defense. Unsuccessful, though. Gabby Hammer now at the top of the key, finding the three-pointer. Her three is up and in, so that's 2 3-pointers here on the night for Gabby Hammer. Some nice shooting from her.
All tied up at 20 we now are. 4:30 left to go here. Fleischman, or excuse me, that was Reitz there. Looked like she might have had an extra step. And finally a travel as 31 Wolgemuth goes crashing to the ground with the ball. So the turnover will give it to the Tigers. Fleischman going to check back in now
for Lee.
Laura Sweeney and Brooke Lee both with 8 points here tonight. The leading scorers in the game. Both also the leading scorers for their team.
Collison here getting a little bit stuck by the Ballard trap, and that causes Coach Wall to call here a timeout. That'll be a 30-second timeout. We will stick with you guys. So, Alex, big differences between the two games, as we said earlier. Second quarter, a little bit more what we're accustomed to, only 5 and 6 points scored respectively for each team in the first 4 minutes, but definitely a lot more of an offensive display than last time.
And I know it seems like we keep mentioning that last score a lot, but if you look at some of the Bombers' total point totals on the year, 69, 63, 64, and they were only able to score 36 points in that game, as well as you look at some of the Tigers, they scored 77 points in their last game against the Greene County Rams, and it just really shows you how much defense is really played in that game, and it was point-stopping defense instead of point-scoring defense in a way.
And we know the Tigers haven't been on a 2-3 recently, winning their last 2, but even in those games that they lost, they scored 67, 54, and 53, so it's not like the Tigers aren't putting the ball in the basket.
Lean with it now, had a nice crossover move there, just unable to go anywhere with it. Collison going to dribble right into the defense there from the Bombers, and she'll kick it up to Kennedy Lean, who will put up a shot. That one up no good. Rebound Cassidy Thompson. Thompson with the head-ahead. She'll go up to Reitz. Reitz looking down low for Wolgemuth. Ball on the ground, and a jump ball tie-up will be called. Possession arrow going towards the Tigers. Great hustle play by Gabby Hammer to get down on the floor and tie that one up, and she'll give her Tigers the possession.
Sweeney here with the inbound for the Tigers. She's going to kick it up to Kennedy Lee. I think the Tigers are going to try to get it in her hands using her speed as much as they can.
Collison, a good hit there and going inside to Hammer. And it'll now be down to Unkin, who shot up and blocked. Hammer down on the ground again for a jump ball. This time a tie-up going to the Bombers.
Hammer there and on another jump ball. Shows her hustle as Wolgemuth and Thompson check out.
Reitz with it for the Bombers. She will just go ahead and dribble up. Lee with it now, going to use a crossover move on Sweeney. And a switch. Reed's in the corner with it now. As the Bombers continue to move it around the arc, Eiley with a speedy attack in the middle. Goes to put up a shot and a jump ball called. Tie up down low, and that possession arrow will point towards the Tigers. So 3 possession arrow uses, and I believe it was the last 3 possessions. Again, just shows the amount of hustle between both teams, getting down, tying the balls up, and especially some of the most impressive ones are getting down on the floor for it. Not something that many players are willing to do, as Collison has trouble handling that pass from Laura Sweeney, so that'll go out of bounds. Turnover will give it to the Bombers. 22-20 still our score with 3:12 left to go here in the first half.
Eiley here bringing it up for the Bombers. She's going to find Lee. Lee's been kind of an offensive spark here for the Bombers, knocking down some quick threes. They're going to swing it all the way over to Larson. Larson now, or excuse me, that's to Larson. Now Lee up with another 3. Her 3 up, no good off the front of the rim. Unken with the rebound. She's going to kick it over to Lean, who's going to run the offense for the Tigers.
Travel called now by Kennedy Lean as she tried to make a quick stop there. Kind of pulled that pivot foot out, and a travel was called. One thing you see about Kennedy Lean is she's always looking, whenever she's dribbling down the court in those fast break positions, she's always looking up, always trying to find the girl in front of her to make an open pass. That time nobody was open, but you could just see it in her eyes, looking, kind of scanning the field. Just shows her ball vision as a passer.
Lee now again with the bomb for the Bombers. She's going to find Fleischman with a nice little pump fake dribble drive. Going to go up with the left hand on the right side. That is up and good. That's going to be the 8th point here for Larson, so she ties the scoring leaders for the Bombers.
Fleischman. 2-point shot now from Hammer. That one up, no good. Sweeney able to box out and grab a board there, and it'll be knocked out of bounds there by Larson. So now Fleischman and Lee both with 8 points for the Bombers here. Laura Sweeney still with 8 points for the Tigers. Larson will now go ahead and take a seat as Cassidy Thompson makes a substitution in for her. Collison going to inbound. She goes into Sweeney. And down low to Ella Collison, who makes a spin move and goes up with it. And a jump ball is the call. Possession arrow pointing toward the Bombers.
So not very many fouls by either side. 2 fouls here and for the Tigers, and 3 fouls, excuse me, for the Tigers and 2 for the Bombers. So lots of jump balls being called, lots of aggressive defense being played. Eiley here with a nice crossover there on Sweeney. She's going to find an open Fleischman. Fleischman's 3 up, no good. That play very similar to the one that scored them the first bucket of the game.
Hammer looking for a cross-court pass there as Sweeney was just able to find it after it was tipped away. A foul going to be called now on the Bombers. That one will go to number 11, Brooke Lee. That'll be Lee's 2nd on the night. And she will go ahead and take a seat, more than likely for the remainder of this half. Again, such a focal point for the Bombers team. They're going to want to keep her in this as much as possible. She picked up 2 fouls here in the first half. About 1 minute and 30 left to go here as the Tigers look to get the offense set up. Sweeney looking to make a dribble move and get by Eiley. She will, and use a screen. Hand off to Kennedy Lean now. As the Tigers looking for ball screens here. Lean lost her footing a little bit there, able to keep possession.
Tigers here need to slow it down a little bit, kind of getting a little bit ahead of themselves, having some messy play, like I said there with the travel from Kennedy Lean. Kind of just need to calm down as Jorgensen here is going to check in for Kennedy.
Again, as Luke just mentioned, Tigers, especially in this second quarter alone, looking like they're just trying to play a little bit too fast. Looking to get rid of it right away instead of really having such a scorer's mentality. Almost being too unselfish, the problem for the Tigers.
Eiley here with the ball. She's going to find Fleischman. She's going to dribble drive up the right side back to Eiley, something that we've seen a lot here from the Bombers, just a give and go. Little handoff passes. Tigers here playing some nice defense, though. Eiley's going to go up and be fouled on the floor. Bombers, once again, not liking that call, but they're going to call, I believe, Ashley Unken there on the block on the floor. So 20-22 your score here with 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Eiley now up to Thompson.
Eiley with it, lost it there, has it stolen away by Jorgensen. Sweeney going to come up with it here. Again, 40 seconds left here for the Tigers. Look to see what they'll want to do. Sweeney going to dribble left, kick away to Hammer as the Tigers reverse it around to the perimeter now. Coach Wall calling the play for the Tigers as they move into formation. Sweeney with it now, going to have to get rid of it. Picked up the dribble, and she'll have to get it into Hammer. Has it stolen away by Reitz. About 15 seconds left here. Eiley with it, going to take it down for the Bombers. And she'll go baseline, finds a wide open Fleischman who puts up a three. Three for Josie Fleischman, up and good. 5 seconds left here. See what the Tigers can do with it. And that'll do it for us here in the first half. Not quite the ending the Tigers wanted here to end the first half, as they'll look for changes to make there at halftime. Again, our score 22-25. We will head to a couple messages from our local sponsors, as well as a few videos from us here at Tiger Vision. And we will see you guys ready for the second half.
Carroll Community School District is now hiring bus drivers with a $1,000 signing bonus. Drivers will begin making $18.08 per hour, will have flexible hours and IPERS retirement benefits. 5 paid holidays and paid illness leave are an added bonus to this excellent part-time job opportunity. If you care about kids, their safety and well-being, complete an application online at www.carrolltigers.org. Click on the District Information tab and Human Resources. For more information, contact the Bus Garage at 712-792-8050.
Bus drivers are sometimes the first smiling person a kid sees in the morning and the last before they get home. If you can be the smiling person for kids just like me, apply it online today.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
Welcome to Little Tigers Preschool. I love being a tiger because we learn lots of fun things. Come be a tiger with me.
Hello and welcome to Carroll Middle School. I love being a Tiger because I'm always supported and encouraged here. Come be a Tiger with me.
might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap.
Hello and welcome to Carroll High School. Being a Tiger allows us to prepare for our futures, all while exploring our interests. Come be a Tiger with me.
I love Adams Elementary.
I love Adams.
I like Tiger Vision.
Hello and welcome to Fairview at Adams Elementary. I love being a Tiger because it feels like a family here. Come be a Tiger with me.
Hello and welcome back, Tiger fans, as we begin this second half. Ella Collison now going to get the ball for the Tigers, swing it back to Kennedy Lean, Tigers here looking to start some early offense to begin this second half. A nice screen there by Unken.
Sweeney with it now, going to step back and set it up. Again, as Luke mentioned, Tigers definitely going to look to start to get a better start here to this second half as they ended the first one. They ended with a quick 5-0 run by the Bombers, as well as a 3 from Fleischman going into the halftime break. So a little bit of momentum here on the Bombers side of things. The Tigers looking to quiet that down here with a good offensive possession. A travel called on Gabby Hammer. So not the start that the Tigers were looking for. Turnover will give it to the Bombers here.
It's going to be Eiley here, the predominant ball handler for the Bombers. She's going to swing it over to Fleischman. Lee here with the dribble drive on the right side. Kick it back out to Larson, Eiley with the drive on the left side. She's going to go up strong. No call. Unken there with the rebound for the Tigers. Sweeney bringing it up here.
Lean with it now for the Tigers as she looks to go to work on Brooke Lee. She picks up her dribble a little bit high on the paint there, and it'll go to Hammer there. It's tied up by Fleischman. Possession arrow pointing toward the Bombers.
Eiley here with it as she crosses midcourt. Lee there lost her dribble a little bit. They're going to call a foul there on Thompson, giving the ball back to the Tigers.
Foul will be the second on Cassidy Thompson of the game so far here. She picked up one there in the first half and one here early in the second half. Tigers get a trap there on Lean. She's able to get rid of it up into the middle to Sweeney. And the hit now over to Sweeney, who goes up on baseline. And a nice dump to Ella Collison. Good, instead of going up over the top of the defenders, she goes right down low and finds an open Ella Collison, who puts up the shot. Good. And Lee looking to answer with a layup of her own. Good rebound and ball movement by the Bombers here as Eiley looking to go baseline, has it stolen away by Collison. Hammer now going to attack left side, a spin move there, and lost balance a little bit, and she'll travel. So that turnover will give it back to the Bombers here. 22-25 the score. Substitution here for the Bombers as Meg Reitz checks in for Larson. Lee will inbound for the Bombers. Lee with it now, dribbling along the right side, makes a nice pass into Reitz, who puts it up over Unken, off the glass and in. Meg Reitz now with 4 points off the bench here for the Bombers.
Lean here trying to do something with it for the Tigers. Bombers playing that nice press defense, kind of caused a couple fits here early for the Tigers. An open Collison there, but the Tigers find her just a little bit too late. However, it still will be Tigers ball underneath the basket as Ella Collison kind of trailed there on that press and was found wide open underneath the hoop, but Tigers were unable to get it to her in time. Gabby Hammer there with the nice dribble cut to the basket. Her shot up no good, but Laura Sweeney will get the rebound. Gabby's gonna swing it all the way over to Lean, who's gonna put the shot up. They're gonna call a foul on the shot, That foul on number 43, Eiley. As Lean heads to the line for her second time tonight.
Kennedy Lean knocked down 2 free throws there in the first half early, and that third one of the night is up no good.
Lean's first free throw, second free throw, up and good.
She goes 1 of 2 from the line there. She has 3 points on the night so far, and she cuts the Bombers' lead down to 4. 23-27 as Fleischman puts up a three-pointer. Looked good. Rattles out Unken with the rebound there, and she'll be forced to dribble it up for the Tigers.
Something we normally don't see Ashley do is bring the ball up court for the Tigers. A little smile came on her face there.
Hammer the hit ahead over to Unken, finding Laura Sweeney in the corner, who puts up a quick 3. That one way far north.
Gabby Hammer here, one of the elite defenders on the Tigers, playing up in the face of number 35, Reitz.
Lee with it now. Pump fakes the three there. That was a bit deep. Instead kicks it to Fleischman, who puts up a three from the corner. Third three from Josie Fleischman on the night.
I think that's her fourth three.
Maybe the fourth. She's got 14 points here on the night for the Bombers, and the Tigers unable to find an answer for her here so far in this one. Lean left her feet there looking to make the pass, something you definitely don't want to do in a situation like that, and that'll find Lee in the corner for a three. Three by Brooke Lee, up and good, and just like that, the Bombers are up 10.
And that's what's so dangerous about this Bombers team. They're 17-1 for a reason. They go on these runs and just knock down shots. We will take a look here at the conference standings on the girls' side. As we said, the Bombers so deadly, 17-1 on the year and 11-0 in the conference. Tigers here coming in at third behind the ADM Tigers, and the Winterset Huskies at a tie for second.
Rounding out the bottom half of the standings are the Bondurant Farr Blue Jays at a 6-6 record, the Carlisle Wildcats at 5-7, Boone Toreadors at 2-10, and the Perry Blue Jays yet to pick up a conference win here in this late season.
After this matchup versus the Tigers, the Bombers will travel to Perry, and then they will play their last game of the season against Winterset at home.
For the Tigers, they will head down to Carlisle this Friday. That'll be their last game of the regular season. Yet to find out who their district game will be. We will definitely let you guys know more when we find that out.
As we check back in here, Tigers going to need some early offense and kind of find an offensive spark, as if they let this Ballard team pull away, they won't be able to get out of the hole.
So the Bombers, I believe, have already clinched the conference title for the Tigers. Even if they lose out these last 3 games, they will still only have 3 losses. The next team closest to them with 4. So I believe the Bombers are the Raccoon River Conference champions on the girls' side in this season. Good rebound by Ella Collison there. She grabs the O board and puts that one up. Tigers now down 8, 25-33.
The boys' matchup here later tonight has a lot more conference implications, as the Tigers and the Bombers are both 1 and 2 in the conference. So that will be a great matchup as Jorgensen there gets the rebound. Nice crossover there on Eiley to break a little bit of that press. Bombers here playing some very nice defense, as Eiley's going to be called with the foul. Ballard really not liking very many calls being called tonight. That is going to be the second foul here on Eiley, third of the half for the Bombers.
Sweeney will inbound here for the Tigers. She'll kick it into Jorgensen, who's going to have to look to get by a Lee and Eiley trap there. She dribbles, backtracks a little bit. She's going to have to get rid of it. Gets it up to Sweeney, just out of her hands and across to Collison. Over to Hammer now, who gets it down to Unkin. Unkin with a nice post move has her shot blocked away by Cassidy Thompson. And the Ballard Bombers now on the press.
Eiley there looking to push it up, use a little bit of her speed. Tigers play some nice transition defense, though. Get in front of her. They're going to call a blocking foul there on Ella Collison. That will be her first of the night. And as we've seen, Fleischman and Lee kind of carry the scoring burden for the Bombers, scoring 25 out of the 33 points. But for the Tigers, it's very spread out. Nobody having more than 8 with Laura Sweeney and then a couple 6s in there. So a very nice overall game here for the Tigers. Just need to get a couple more baskets to fall.
Vanessa Ayala, the first substitution on the night here. As you see, good defensive play there on Thompson, forcing the miss. She's going to drive right into the middle and find Laura Sweeney with the bounce pass.
Sweeney here looked like she wanted to pull that one, but shied away.
Laura Sweeney with a deep 2-pointer there, rebounded by Ella Collison and one. Great offensive rebound and go up strong through the contact with Ella Collison there. She'll head to the line now for the 3-point play opportunity.
She has 8 now on the game.
Collison now with 8 points for the Tigers. She'll look to make it 9 after this free throw make. And that one no good off the back of the rim. So the Tigers now only down 6 here, 27-33. Lee leading the charge for the Bombers. She'll kick over to Fleischman. And up top to Eiley. Eiley now going to dribble left. A kick over to, I believe is number 31, Wolgamuth. And a nice drive there by Meg Reitz. A good dribble move, dribble move as she gets that one to go.
Reed's a little bit of a spark here off the bench for the Bombers, having 6 and really using her speed and athleticism to get past this Tiger defense.
Hammer with it, the kick over to Lean after in the middle. She puts up the shot and a charge taken there by number 31 Rachel Wolgamuth. That foul going to Kennedy Lean, so that'll be her second. Substitution now for the Bombers as Lee and Fleischman take a seat. It will be Thompson and Larson who check in for them.
Eiley now here going to dribble drive up on the right side. Ballard swinging it around, lots of handoff passes, lots of good ball movement. It really makes them so deadly, and it opens their shooters up for wide open threes exactly like that one as Eiley finds the bottom of the net. That's her 5th point of the night, her first 3.
27-38 now the score, about 1:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Hammer in the middle looking for Ayala. It's knocked around and on the ground now. I believe a tie-up will be called. Kennedy Lean able to get in there and tie it up. Possession arrow pointing towards the Tigers.
Tigers here, 1:46 left in this third quarter. Going to want to score some offense here late in the third to try to start a momentum, to get some momentum here going into the fourth as Ayala gets the inbound from Sweeney.
Collison was looking for Hammer there coming off a screen and said she'll go to Lean. Kennedy Lean going to attack right side and finds Vanessa Ayala. And a couple passes by the Tigers, sets up Laura Sweeney. She's going to put up a deep 3, hesitated there and puts it up anyway. Eiley going to come up with the D board for the Bombers, and she'll also attack.
That opens up number 15, Larson, for the 3 for the Bombers. Her shot up and good. That's Larson's first bucket of the night. 14-point game here for the Bombers, their biggest lead.
And pass stolen away by Larson, who will take it up on the other side. Puts it up with the left hand, up and good. Bombers even now increase their lead more, now to 16, 27-43, as the Tigers continue to have trouble getting past this Bombers press.
Tigers going to need to slow it down here, calm their emotions a little bit, and get a offensive score here before the end of the third quarter.
Collison with it, going to go baseline, makes a nice spin move there, puts it up through contact, no good. Blocked away. Coming up with it is Thompson. She kicks to Eiley now, who's going to drive ahead for the Bombers.
Eiley dribble drive up on the right side. They're going to say she will be fouled on the shot by Ayala, I believe. Excuse me, that call going to be on Sweeney. Eiley going to head to the line here.
Foul will be Laura Sweeney's first.
Molly Eiley, a very good free throw shooter on the year, 55 of 77, landing her a 71%. And she has by far taken the most free throws on the team. The next closest behind her is Maggie Larson, and she sits at 29. So the 77 here by Eiley. She's used to being at the charity stripe as she nets both of those.
Tigers now the deficit 18 points. There's a bit of a miscommunication there between Sweeney and Jorgensen. Sets up an Eiley to Reitz scoring duo. 27-47 now, as the Bombers really starting to pull away here at the end of the third quarter.
Tigers here kind of trying to move the ball a little bit too fast, getting a little bit ahead of themselves and making sloppy mistakes.
One thing you really notice so far is if you pay close attention, you see the Tigers really looking forward, looking for somewhere to go with the ball before it's even in their hands. Just like football, you got to catch it before you go somewhere with it. And that's really been the Tigers' problem so far, just really playing too fast here tonight. Foul will be called on the floor. That foul will go to Wolgamuth. That'll be her first. So in the it'll be on the shot. So Kennedy Lean will put up her 5th and 6th free throw of the night. First one up and good for Kennedy.
Makes it a 19-point game here with 2 seconds left in the third quarter.
Second one for Kennedy Lean up and good as well. Both teams already with more points here by the end of the third quarter as they had in the entire first game. So 29-47 at the end of 3. We'll head to a commercial break and we will be back and ready for the fourth quarter.
Welcome to the Carroll Community School District's Tiger Shop. The Tiger Shop is located within Carroll High School and is run by students. We have tons of Tiger gear for fans of all ages. Our hours are 8 to 3:30 Monday through Friday. Come see us.
And welcome back to this intense matchup here between the Ballard Bombers and the Carroll Tigers. Tigers very close here going into the third quarter, only a two-possession game, and then the Bombers kind of broke it wide open here in the third quarter, putting up 20 points on the Tigers. Tigers going to need to clamp down a little bit defensively and get a lot of offense going if they want to stay in this one. It is an 18-point game, 29-47 your score. Tigers playing with the ball a little bit too fast, and the Bombers taking advantage of the little mistakes and definitely shooting very well from beyond the arc. Fleischman, for the Bombers being a key point. She has 14 along with 4 threes. Also a big part of the Bombers' success is some great defense being played inside by Thompson and also on the three-point shooting ability of Lee. So an all-around pretty good game here for the Bombers. Thompson here with it. She's going to have it on the wing. She's going to swing it right over to Fleischman. This is kind of the style of offense that we've seen from Ballard all the time. Screen, move, kind of get lost in the play and let their shooters get open. Carroll here playing some nice defense, though.
Lee with it now for the Bombers as she'll attack right up the middle. The kick back to Larson, who will attack right now. Hand off to Thompson. Larson with it again there on the high post. A good basket cut by Lee. Her layup just off the mark, but Thompson finding the ball and puts it right back up off the glass and in. Thompson now with 4 points here for the Bombers, and she increases the Bombers' lead back to 20. Turnover will give it back to the Bombers here.
.7-11 here left in the fourth quarter. 49-29 your score in favor of the Bombers, as Eiley's going to go up strong on the left side. She will be fouled on the shot. Eiley so good at drawing contact, as we've seen all year.
She will head to the line now for what I believe is her second trip. Netted the first two and gets the third one to go as well. Substitution for the Bombers as Marguerites checks in for Larson. And the shot now from Eiley's second free throw up and good. So she's 4 for 4 from the line on the night here so far. 9 points here for her Bombers. Sweeney going to go right in the middle there to Hammer and back over the top to Unken. Tigers did a lot better job of breaking the press there. Unken looking to take it herself. And a jump ball called. They're going to say there was a tie up down low. Possession arrow will give it back to the Tigers. Sweeney going to inbound, going into Collison. Ella Collison in the corner up top to Ashley Unken, who we see playing a bit more outside than usual. Kick to Hammer now. He's going to put up a three. Three from Gabby Hammer, no good. Laura Sweeney coming up with the rebound. And a good kick pass out to Kennedy Lean, who puts up a three, no good. Collison with the O board now. She puts up a reverse layup. That one, no good. And now the hit ahead to, believe it was Fleischman, who couldn't quite find the pass there. Goes out of bounds. Turnover will give it back to the Tigers.
And you can see Coach Wall there visibly upset after that no call on Ella Collison. Some really nice rebounding there from the Tigers, something that we haven't seen very much of all year. And Collison really went up strong and had a lot of contact on that shot. No foul was called.
Two timeouts remaining for the Tigers. 3 left for the Bombers here. About 6:32 left to go here.
Tigers really going to need to try to make a push, maybe not to win this one, but make a push or it's a little bit of momentum going into next week. Such a big game against Carlisle. And just get some momentum going into the postseason. This Tiger team kind of been up and down all year. They've had hot streaks. They've had really cold streaks, especially here recently, but they can get into a hot streak going into the postseason, excuse me. It's the best time to get hot all year. So if they're on, they're on, and if they're off, they are off. So a good half here from the Tigers. That third quarter kind of blew it wide open.
Look to see how they can contest here in the fourth quarter. Sweeney going to inbound again. Really the trouble for the Tigers so far have been that Bombers press as they do come up with the steal there. Really the problem with the Tigers is that press doing exactly what the Bombers want it to do, is try and make the Tigers play fast, and it's created a lot of turnovers for the Tigers that the Bombers have definitely used to score points. Lean now the kick inside to Collison as it's tipped away by Fleischman, excuse me. So the Tigers will inbound now behind the basket.
And that's something the Tigers are going to need to do more here in the next couple games, try to get in transition as much as possible. You know, Ella Collison, Laura Sweeney, Gabby Hammer, every girl on the floor is an athlete, and they all have lots of speed, so if they can really utilize that athleticism, they're very successful in transition.
Lean going to kick out to Laura Sweeney, who puts up a three. That one misses the rim left, and out of bounds it goes. So the Bombers now will have possession. Inbounding now is Lee, who gets the inbound. And they're going to say that Reitz traveled. Turnover giving it back to the Tigers now. 5:55 left to go here in this one.
Sweeney there with the inbound to Collison. Collison's going to bring it up for the Tigers. Little spin move there. Couple spin moves just trying to break the tough on-ball defense that the Bombers have been playing all night. And this Bomber team not only can put the ball in the basket, but they're also very good defensively, as Ashley Unken's going to pull up for the three. Her three up off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound there to number 23. That is Fleischman.
Eiley now going to dribble right through the Carroll defense. Sets up Fleischman for a wide open three in the corner, who puts it up. No good. Rebound going to Kennedy Lean now as she looks to dribble through the Bomber defense. Inside now to Unken there at the high post, who pump fakes. Good post move by Ashley Unken up off the glass, though, no good.
That's something Ashley's gotten a lot better at this year, kind of using her own offense and utilizing post moves to try to score baskets. They're going to call Kennedy Lean there with the reach. Bomber ball near half court.
Eiley going to bring it up for the Bombers. She'll use the dribble move on Lean there. The handoff to Fleischman, who puts up another three. That one no good. Eiley grabbing the rebound there for the Bombers. Putting up the shot, no good, but a foul called on the shot. So Molly Eiley will head to the line for her 5th and 6th free throw of the night. Again, 4 for 4 on the night here so far. First one for Molly Eiley, up and good. As Luke mentioned before, very good free throw shooter, as well as shot the most free throws on the Bombers squad. I believe the next player closest to her has shot about 50 less free throws than her on the year. She'll put up the second one, that one good as well. So 6 for 6 on the night, Molly Eiley. And she enters double digits with those 2 free throws with 11 on the night.
Tigers now once again having trouble breaking that press, but they will do it.
Hammer has
now getting caught up with it, loses the ball. And another turnover here from the Tigers as Lee's going to use her speed. Kick it out to Eiley. Eiley open for the three. Her three up, nothing but nylon. So once again, just another exhibit of the great shooting of by the Bombers.
Something the Bombers have done so well is the dribble. As you see them do that dribble drive, it kind of lulls you to sleep there as a defense. And that one time they take it inside, you snap to attention and crash, and they've got 5 shooters on the floor, all girls that can knock down the shot from behind the perimeter, and it's really been showing. I believe Fleischman has about 4 threes, Eiley with probably 3 of her own, and it just really goes to show that this Bombers offense really efficient, as well as can get a bucket whenever they need to. As you see Eiley oppose the dribble drive there and go back.
And if you look at the top 2 shooters here for the Bombers, Brooke Lee and Josie Fleischman. Brooke Lee shooting 41% from the 3-point line on 109 attempts, and Josie Fleischman, is shooting 50% from 3 on 114 attempts. So that's got to be up there with the top in the state as far as Fleischman's 3-point shooting ability. You know, a 3-and-D girl kind of run off screens and play some good defense and be open sharpshooter on the court. Not really going to bring the ball up for you very much, but definitely can hit an open shot for you.
I believe a foul called on the floor. Foul will go to Marguerites as the Bombers sub in a trifecta of players. Number 45, Lily Hildebrand will check in, as well as I believe it is number 41, Ashley Woostenberg. And look to get a number on the last one. I believe it was Wolgamuth was the third sub there for the Bombers. So a timeout taken by the Tigers. I believe it was a full minute timeout. Head to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Hello and welcome back to the end of this Raccoon River Conference matchup between the Carroll Tigers and the Ballard Bombers. 3:36 left here. It is a 29-point game in favor of the Bombers. Your score 58-29. So the Bombers doubling up here, the Tigers in this one. As Ella Collison's going to look to go inside. She's going to go up strong on the left side. No good, but a foul on the shot, excuse me. Ella knocks down these 2 free throws. She will join the double digits club as she has 8 right now. Her first free throw up, rattles around the rim, and is good. Her second shot up, no good.
Rebound going to number 41, Woostenberg. Lee with it now, racing ahead, kicks over to, I believe it was Fleischman, and it's going to set up Lee with a three-pointer at the top of the key, no good. Unken crashing in for the board.
Nice box out there by Unken, be able to get in front of the Bomber defenders, and get a rebound. Ashley now has it at the top of the key, trying to back down her girl in the post. Nice play there by Woostenberg to get in front of that one.
Actually, Wolgamuth there going to be accredited with the steal. Three-pointer from Lily Hildebrand, the freshman for the Bombers, knocking down the three-pointer. Jorgensen with it now, going to attack left side. She'll go over to Sweeney in the corner. Up top to Ashley Unken.
Sweeney now with the dribble drive. She's going to kick it down to Unken, who's going to go baseline. Tigers here kind of stuck in that short corner area. Collison now going to go up strong on the right side. Her shot up, no good, but there will be a foul.
Foul will be awarded to Rachel Wolgamuth. It'll be her second, I believe. So Collison will head back to the line now for 2 more. Gets the first one to go. And another trio of substitutions here for the Bombers. Grace Hill, a senior, checks in, as well as number 51, Peyton No. And I believe the other was number 33, Sydney Briggs, a junior. Ella Collison's second free throw up, no good, but with that first one, she will enter the double-digit club there with 10 points.
Tigers here playing some tough defense, trying to take advantage of the inexperience on the court for the Bombers. Nice defensive play there by Sweeney, get her hand on it and deflecting the ball. 2:08 left here in this fourth quarter as this game winds down. 31-61 game here for the Bombers. Bombers here swinging around as Hildebrand puts up the 3 as she hit one earlier, but that one will not sink for her. Sweeney now at the cross-court pass to Lean as she shoots the mid-range. Her shot up the front of the rim, no good.
Rebound going to number 41, Woostenberg. Attacking now is Hildebrand. She'll kick to Noe.
Nice play there by Ella Collison as she tries to get a little fancy and get the ball behind her back to save it, but it is up no good as the quartet of juniors checks out for the Tigers, and we get a few new faces in the ball game. Kelsey Reichs, Addie Clucky, Chloe Gallegos all check in for the first time, and Vanessa Ayala, comes back out onto the court. So a little bit of the youth here from both teams kind of playing end game minutes as Kelsey Reichs is going to get the rebound here for the Tigers.
Reichs with it now, made a bit of a jump stop there, puts up the three, up no good. Again, Reichs likes to shoot that three ball, can knock him down as well. No with it now for the Bombers. And the kick inside is stolen away. Vanessa Ayala with it for the Tigers now. And she'll go to Reichs in the corner. Reichs looking down low for Clucky. And they're going to say that it was out of bounds off of the Bombers.
Bombers now bringing it up here. 1 minute left to go. No now has it in the corner.
She'll go up top to, I believe it was number 13,
Hill.
Grace Hill.
Hill, a little bit of miscommunication there. And she's going to throw the ball out of bounds, giving the ball back to the Tigers.
About 48 seconds left here. So the Bombers will improve to an 18-1 record, and they will stay perfect in the Raccoon River Conference. Tigers will fall to 12 and 8 on the year, and I pick up what I believe is their 6th conference loss. Ayala with it, trying to work down low, and they're going to call a double dribble. 32 seconds left here to go. Again, stick around after this one as we will have the boys' side of things for you. Again, as Luke mentioned, huge conference implications on that. Both teams with one loss. The Tigers' lone loss in the conference and on the season coming to the Ballard Bombers. So if the Tigers were able to win, they would definitely look to be a favorite for the championship. Same going for the Bombers if they were to win. So again, that game will be a pretty intense one. The Tigers also newly ranked this week #1 in the 3A state bracket, so a huge milestone for the Tigers. Could also come to be a problem, as we saw the last time that they were ranked #1 in the season was right before they played the Bombers, and they ended up losing that one to the Bombers of Ballard. So definitely look to see how that one turns out. Again, stick around for that. The Tiger girls fall in a matchup with the Bombers, 61-31. Again, stick around as we will have the boys' games for you. But as for now, signing off is Alex and Luke. Hello and welcome back to Carroll High School here. Again, if you caught the girls game, and if you didn't, the Tigers fell to the Bombers 31-61. Go ahead and take a look at the boys side of things now. The visiting Ballard Bombers come into this one with a 12-5 record on the season. They are led by Connor Drew, who averages 18.4 points per game. Ashton Herman with 15.3, as well as Mason Murphy with 7.3 points per game for the Bombers.
On the Tiger side, they come into this one 16-1, their lone loss at Ballard earlier here in this season. Tigers are led in scoring by senior Carter Lean, averaging almost 15 a game on 49% shooting, 47 from the three-point line. Right behind him, the sixth man of the story of the season here for the Tigers, Caleb Booth, the young sophomore coming off the bench for the Tigers, averaging 10 a game, shooting 57% from the three-point line, or 54%, excuse me, from the three-point line, and 57% from the field goal, or from the field, excuse me.
Now go ahead and take a look at the team stats for both teams here. Again, as Luke mentioned before earlier in the girls stream, this game with a lot of conference implications, and you see that these teams matching up pretty evenly. Tigers with just 0.3 points per game less than the Bombers at 66.5. They also shoot 48% from the field compared to the Bombers' 46.3. Tigers shooting 41.8% from the three-point line, as well as the Bombers' 35.3. And similar free throw percentages as well. Tigers with about 5% better shooting from the charity stripe. Tigers with an 18.4 point differential over the Bombers' 10.5. We'll now head down onto the court for the starting lineups, and we will be back and ready for tip.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the starting lineups for the boys contest. First, for the visiting Bombers, who are coached by Jeff Shirk. Number 3, Mason Murphy. Number 13, Cade Reinertson. Number 23, Ashton Herman. Number 33, Connor Drew. And number 55, Cale Crow.
I demand the king's ransom.
And now, here are the starting lineups for your Carroll Tigers. 6'1" junior, number 4, Kobe Christensen. 6'2" junior, number 5, Tori Feldman. 6'5" junior, number 12, Kellen Jones. 6'1" senior, number 14, Carter Lean. And 6'3" senior, number 24, Colby Vincent. Your Tigers are coached by Randy Beeson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second half of this varsity doubleheader between the Ballard Bombers and the Carroll Tigers. Packed house here tonight for the Tigers. This, as a student section, I was just telling Alex, is probably the biggest I've seen it since at least the Kemper game. So everybody, all our fans know exactly what's on the line for the Tigers.
Starters for the visiting Ballard Bombers: number 2, Mason Murphy; number 3, Mason Murphy, number 13, Kate Reinertson; 23, Ashton Herman; number 33, Connor Drew; and 55, Cale Crow, a sophomore, rounding out the top 5.
And for your Tigers, senior Carter Lean and senior Colby Vincent, the senior duo on the wings for your Tigers, as well as the athletic trio of juniors and Tori Feldman, Colby Christensen, and Kellen Jones manning the middle.
Again, as we mentioned, high conference implications here tonight for both teams, as the winner of this one, presumably the Raccoon River Conference champion of the 2019 season. A lot of stuff on the line here tonight for both teams. Herman with it now there right in front of the student section, looking to go up top to Drew. Drew will come down, pick it up. That one up no good, rebounded by Tori Feldman.
Lean here pushing it up for the Tigers, trying to get some offense started early. As they slow it down here, swinging around the perimeter, getting a feel for this Ballard defense. Christensen now has it. He's going to swing it over to Feldman. Feldman's going to have a nice hesitation there by Lean. Open Colby Vincent in the corner. Vincent's 3 is up and good. Tiger faithful loving the 3 ball by Colby Vincent, something we've seen from him all year. Hopefully he's going to have a big night. Ballard here back on the attack offensively.
Attack there by Reinertson. He kicks out to Connor Drew, who puts one up off the glass and in. That'll be Connor Drew's first bucket of the night. Leading scorer for the Ballard Bombers with just over 18 points per game.
And the Tigers, such an elite offensive team, but not really having Carter Lean only scoring 15 a night for the Tigers. Them being the leading scorer kind of shows how overall well-rounded they are on the offensive board, as Kellen Jones got the offensive rebound there, but was unable to get the putback to go up and in.
Drew with it now, looking inside. He's going to go into Crow. Crow, much bigger than Kellen Jones, has the shot blocked away by Jones, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it went off the Tigers. So the Bombers will keep possession down low. Again, excuse Luke and I for a little bit hard to hear, as this roof is coming off of this place with just about everything that happens here, and we'll also try not to speak too loud because sometimes you can't even hear our own selves talk. Herman's 3 from the corner is up no good. Christensen coming in for the D board for the Tigers. He'll push ahead.
Christensen out with it. He's going to put a couple dribble moves there. Unsuccessful.
Vincent
Tigers
reverses it back around the arc. Over to Feldman now in the court. Tori Feldman going to attack middle and putting up a nice jump shot. It was a good look. Just didn't quite fall. Drew with the rebound to hit ahead to Herman. Herman now with a fadeaway 2. That up no good. Tipped around. Rebound right into Mason Murphy's hands. Reinertson now going to take a 3 at the top of the key. That up no good. Carter Lean pulling down the board for the Tigers. Lean on the attack now and made a nice dribble move. Behind the back pass to Jones. Puts it up. And they're going to say that Kellen Jones traveled prior to the shot. It was a great pass by Carter Lean. But Kellen Jones traveled. Turnover will give it back to the Bombers here. Our score still 3-2. Tigers up 1. Herman with it now for the Bombers. He'll kick it over to Drew. And back over to Ashton Herman, who puts up a deep 3 at the top of the key, knocks it down. 3-pointer for Ashton Herman as he picks up his first bucket of the night. Bombers take the first lead, 3-5.
Vincent now with the ball. Carter Lee now has it in the high post. He's going to swing it over to Colby Christensen on the wing. His 3 up, no good, but Colby Vincent's tip-in is up and good. Tigers loving that one. Once again, if we get a little bit too shouty, it's just because we can't hear ourselves think, so excuse us for that one.
Vincent with all 5 points here tonight for the Tigers, as Luke mentioned, appears to be having a great night so far. Hope that can continue going for the senior there as Reinertson throws it away. Feldman with it. He's going to go over to Christensen, who makes a nice move and goes up with the layup on the ref side. That one up and good. Murphy now going to push ahead for the Bombers. Murphy going to use a screen by Crow. He's going to go into the middle. Looking back for Crow, stolen away by Kellen Jones. Tigers on another fast break. Jones attacks the right side, makes a nice Euro step layup over Murphy. Gets it to go. Tigers take the lead by 4. And again, the roof coming off of this place here.
Great play there by Kellen Jones, not only on the defensive side, getting his hand up there in the passing lane and swatting that ball away, but he had 2 Ballard defenders all over him, and he was able to use a really nice move inside and get that layup up and in.
Reinertson going to attack baseline, putting up the right-hand shot off the glass, no good. Christensen with the rebound. Colby Christensen now going to push ahead for the Tigers. Finds a trailing Vincent, who puts up a three. Three good for Colby Vincent. Tigers take the lead by 7 now as the roofs continue to raise higher here in the jungle.
And that shot a little bit of what we call a heat check. You know, Vincent really didn't have any business putting that 3 up, but he was feeling it. Crowd getting into it. You know, this jungle is so hard place to play. And his shot was just up, and he was feeling it, and it went up and in.
Murphy with it going to attack. He's going to go over to Herman in the corner, who puts up a 3. That one good as Herman takes a look over into the Tiger student section there. It was almost to quiet him down a little. 12-8 the score now. Tigers leading by 4.
Lots of tension in this gym. Lots of implications here in this game, and I think the crowd and everybody involved knows that.
Jones there made a nice spin move. Crow got him on the face with an arm there, and the foul was the call. Caleb Booth will check in for the Tigers, as well as Sam Peterson will take out Reinertson for the Bombers. Another substitution for the Bombers as Jacob Eiley checks in. Eiley going to take the place of Crow, so a bit smaller lineup here than usual for the Bombers. Lean going to inbound. He'll get it up over the top to Vincent. Vincent going inside to Jones, and down low to Feldman, who attacks baseline. Torrey Feldman, a nice pump fake move, gets Drew up into the air and puts that one up off the glass. Tigers lead by 6 now, 14-8.
Tigers here really hot offensively, taking really nice shots and hitting their open ones, so hopefully the Tigers keep up the offensive consistency.
Sam Peterson going to attack middle. He kicks over to Murphy. Murphy now going to drive left side, goes up with the left hand. That one no good. Rebound tipped around out to Caleb Booth, who has it tipped away. Able to control the possession are the Tigers. Jones going to attack, makes a nice Euro step, has the shot blocked, but a foul called. Kellen Jones now will head to the line for the Tigers for 2 free throws.
Kellen, being the tallest guy on this Carroll team, really good at utilizing his length. Not the biggest, strongest guy in the world, but standing at 6'4", he's the tallest guy the Tigers got, and he does a really good job using his long legs and long arms to be an asset offensively and defensively.
And if you've watched any of our previous games, Luke and I always talk about the guard tendencies that Jones came into this 5 spot into the season with. Again, Kellen Jones with that height, 6'4", 6'5", but a guy who really was used to playing that guard, small forward type position. The Tigers stuck him at a 5, and you can see that game kind of coming out a little more tonight as he had 2 nice Euro step layup moves, as well as a very efficient shooter from the free throw line, knocking both of those down.
And one thing special about this Tiger team this year, they kind of always have a small ball lineup up there. Not always the biggest team, but every guy on the floor at any time can normally hit the 3 ball or at least a deep jumper, really making them dangerous offensively.
Jacob Eiley puts up a 3 for the Bombers, gets that one to go. 16-11, and now the score. Bombers leading by 5. Jones makes a nice move baseline and kicks it over to Vincent. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds there on that move. Elliot Tigran will sub in for him now.
Tidgren, very similar body type to Kellen Jones, long, lanky, and very aggressive defensively.
See Tidgren possibly a better matchup on Drew there, just about as tall as Kellen, a bit more girth to him as well, as Herman pulls up for a 15-footer. That one up no good. Tipped around, rebound going to Carter Lean.
Lean here now pushing it up for the Tigers offense, but he will slow it down. As he uses a nice dribble move on Murphy. He's going to be fouled once again by Murphy. That is Murphy's first foul of the night, the 3rd foul for the Bombers. 2 minutes left to go here in this first quarter, 16-11.
Lean will inbound there for the Tigers under the basket. He'll go up over the top to Feldman, almost stolen away by Herman there, and a hit over to Booth.
Booth here, playmaker off the bench for the Tigers. He's going to swing it over to Carter Lean.
Tigers moving in around the arc a little more here. Feldman the handoff to Carter Lean, who pump fakes a 3, attacks, puts up with the right hand, no good. And a foul called down low. I believe they're going to say it was on Drew, an off-ball foul there. So Connor Drew will be awarded with, I believe, his 2nd foul. Actually, the foul will be awarded to, we'll wait for the call here. They're going to say it was on Jacob Eiley, rather. So that'll be Eiley's first. Carter Lean will head to the line now for 2 free throws. Again, Lean, the best free throw shooter for the Tigers percentage-wise at 86%, 74 of 86 from the line so far this year. First one for Carter Lean up and good.
Something special about this Tiger team this year, really good shooters from the charity stripe, you know, averaging 78% as a team, but the people that are getting to the line the most, Carter Lee and Colby Christensen all shooting above 85%.
Another shot by Carter Lee as he gets that one to go. Tigers with 18 first quarter points here. They lead the Bombers by 7, 18-11.
Eiley now with it. He's going to find Peterson. Peterson's going to use a nice spin move there on Booth, but Booth's going to stay playing some good defense. His jumper up no good. Rebound by Booth.
Booth now going to attack for the Tigers. He'll kick over to Christensen. Had it knocked away by Herman, but Christensen was able to get to it. Christensen now going to use a screen there from Elliott Tidgren. Good hard screen from Tidgren to come up and lay that one down. And a pass from Feldman is tipped away, hit over to Herman, who puts up the layup, up no good. Lean now going to push ahead, kicks over to Caleb Booth. And back to Carter Lean. Lean going to attack right side, going down low to Tidgren, and a foul called on the Bombers. That foul on the Bombers will be their second. That'll be Jacob Eiley's second on the night as well.
Couple substitutions here as Crow and Reinertsen both check in again for the Bombers.
Again, that the 5th team foul for the Bombers already as Feldman puts up that one. Lots of contact there, no call. Crow with the good defense and the rebound.
You kind of saw Peterson there fly over Torrey's head as he used that pump fake once again. Such a deadly move on the inside.
About 40 seconds left here. Mason Murphy with it for the Bombers. And he'll go up top to Connor Drew. Drew going to use a screen from his fellow big man Crow and goes inside to Reinertsen, who absorbs the contact, puts up the shot, and one for Cade Reinertsen. He'll head to the line now for the Bombers to convert the three-point play opportunity.
Herman moving over to the scorer's table to check back in for the Bombers.
Reinertsen, minimal attempts on the year so far, only 3 of 6, shooting 50% on the line. Reinertsen, a good basketball player, better known for his baseball talent. He will be heading to a Division I college to play baseball sometime this year. Always a great competitor. Always a great competitor for the Bombers baseball team.
Tigers here trying to hold it for the last shot. 17 seconds left here in this first quarter, and it's kind of seemed to blow by. Lots of action. Some really good basketball played on both sides. As Alex always says, attack at 7, shoot at 4. That looks to be the plan. They will say it went off of a Bomber foot. So 6 seconds left here for the Tigers to do something before the end of the half. Bombers making a couple late substitutions, as well as the sharpshooter Colby Vincent checking back in. We saw this exact play last week, and they kind of just threw it over to Colby and said shoot it, and he did end up knocking down that 3 ball. 5 seconds left here.
Jones with a bit of a rush shot there off the glass. That'll do it for us here in the first quarter. 18-13 is our score. We will head to a quick commercial break, and we will be back and ready for the second quarter. And welcome to Carroll High School, and thank you for joining us here on the live stream as we are getting set for a Raccoon River Conference varsity doubleheader.
Today's winner is Wade Lingling. He is in 5th grade in Mrs. Witcher's room. We're going to go in there and we'll get to see his reaction.
Welcome to the Carroll Community School District's Tiger Shop. The Tiger Shop is located within Carroll High School and is run by students. We have tons of Tiger gear for fans of all ages. Our hours are 8 to 3:30, Monday through Friday. Come see us.
And we're back here. Thank you for joining us. 18-13 is our score after one. The Tigers leading by 5. Tigers are led by Colby Vincent, who has 8 points on a hot shooting night so far, knocking down 2 threes as well as a nice putback tip in. Ashton Herman for the Bombers with 6 points off of a couple 3 balls. Again, very intense so far here tonight. If you head on over to our Twitter, you can just kind of get an idea. You can't quite see on the screen, but there's a picture of our student section that is packed full to the wall up there, as well as a video after a made shot, and you can just see them go absolutely crazy. Something that the Tigers have really fueled them here at the Jungle is all that love and support from their fellow students. Colby Christensen going to put up a 3-pointer. That one up no good. Tipped around by the Bombers. Herman controls it.
And something that makes the Tigers so deadly is our Tiger faithful, you know. I don't think I've ever been in a louder gym all year. It looked like number 5, Nick Edwards there kind of got a little bit tripped up. Nick Edwards, a very good receiver for the Bombers in football. But
found a too dry of a spot or a wet spot there on the floor. Just kind of lost his balance, so that one will go out of bounds. The Tigers will have possession here. 18-13 again our scores. We enter this new quarter. Jones' pass stolen away by Peterson, and a nice hit ahead over to Herman, who gets the layup to go. 18-15 now.
Carter Lee now bringing the ball up the floor for the Tigers, looking to get a little bit of offensive spark here to start this second quarter. He's going to find Feldman. Handoff pass to Vincent. Kind of trying to get the ball into Carter Lean's hands, let him play make and let the shooters get open.
Lean with it now, looking to go to work on Herman. Makes a nice crossover move, just lost it a little bit there. Christensen with it now, going to set it back up. It appears the Bombers in a bit of a 2-3 zone here, and they are. Tigers definitely going to look to shoot out of that as Lean shot off the glass up and no good. Herman now going to attack for the Bombers.
Reinertson now down to Crow. Crow's going to kick it back out to Peterson. Peterson with a dribble drive. Nothing going there. Nick Edwards back to Peterson. Once again, another dribble drive there by Peterson. His shot up and blocked by Carter Lean. They're going to try to swing the ball up, but a nice steal there, from Reinertson. Mismatch there for the Bombers. As Reinertson's going to put the floater up inside. His floater is up and good. 1-point game now for the Bombers. So some nice offensive possessions, here early in the second for the Bombers. Tigers going to need to answer.
Torrey Feldman with it now for the Tigers. He's going to kick over to Vincent there, had high up on the top of the key. Christensen now with it in the corner, going to look to get rid of it. He'll go down low to Jones, who makes a pump fake, puts up the shot with the right hand, and one for Kellen Jones. Kellen Jones now will head to the line for his third free throw on the night, knocked down 2 after being fouled on a shot. Jones with 6 points here tonight for the Tigers.
And another thing about Kellen's lankiness that really is an advantage is it really causes people when they put their hands up. He's really good at drawing contact, and not only that, but with his high vertical, he can jump up and put the ball kind of up over their hands and have a really good shot at making the shot and getting an and one. Trayton Goings is going to make his first appearance here for the Tigers since Jones nets his free throw.
Kellen Jones with 7 and now for the Tigers. Him and Vincent combined for 15 of the Tigers' 21, and they lead here by 4, 21-17. Kick up and over to Drew. Was looking for it there was Reinertson, and that one goes out of bounds just a bit over Drew's head. Tigers will have the possession now after the turnover. Lean going to take it up for the Tigers. Over to Christensen here on the near corner, and he'll go to Trayton Goins. Tigers continue to move it around the arc now.
Tigers trying to break this zone defense of Ballard. They're going to find Goings open on the three-point line, his pump fake. I'm going to say that was off of Reinertson.
It was a good play there by Reinertson to try to get that one and throw it back in. Just a bit too late, out of bounds as Mason Murphy checks back in for Sam Peterson. Lean looking to inbound. He's going to have to get it in soon, and he does to Christensen. Over to Lean now, who will attack baseline. He puts up a 2-point jumper. That one up no good. And Kellen Jones going over the back there on Connor Drew. He'll be called for the foul, so that foul, Jones is second already here. And a substitution coming in for him, Caleb Booth. So the Tigers now with a small ball lineup here. Their tallest guy on the floor, Colby Vincent, who's predominantly a guard. We'll look to see what Coach Beeson's plan here is on offense.
I'm assuming the Tigers are going to go to more of a 5-out look. Try to get, because everybody on the field, or everybody on the court right now is very good from 3. Try to get some quick, easy points on the inside. As Trayton Goings makes a nice steal there for the Tigers on the inside. So even though a little bit lack in height, they make up for it in hustle. The old saying, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Vincent with it now, looking for somewhere to go. He'll go up top to Christensen. And back over to Carter Lean now, who's going to attack. Lean getting right into the middle and goes over to Vincent. A nice pass over to Caleb Booth, whose corner 3 is up no good. Goins had a tip, but Murphy comes up with it. Attack now on Ashton Herman. And a good strip there from Caleb Booth. Gets it to go out of Herman's hand there. A good chase down there by Caleb Booth to steal that one and knock it out of bounds. The Bombers will keep possession. But again, a great hustle play there by Booth. Murphy with it now for the Bombers. He'll go over to Herman in the corner, who puts up a quick three. That one a bit short. Rebound going to Drew there. And Vincent on the save attempt there. Kicks it out of bounds, so the Bombers will keep it.
Bombers now at the inbound underneath their own basket. Murphy will inbound it. He's going to find Herman in the corner. Herman's going to try to kick it down low to Drew. Drew with a few Tiger defenders around him. Vincent thought he got a clean hand on that one, but they will call a foul on him. That will be his first foul of the night, so nothing we need to worry about just yet. 4:02 left remaining in the second quarter, 21-17. Excuse me, your score.
Inbounding behind the basket will be Mason Murphy. A quick substitution for the Tigers as they add a little bit of size to the lineup. Elliot Tidgren checks in. Again, Tidgren, a very good senior season so far off the bench for the Tigers, as well as a football player. He had a great senior season for the Tiger defense. And Drew with a nice post move there, puts it up on the right-hand side, a move that we've come so accustomed to seeing from him. And he cuts the Tigers' lead to within 2, 21-19.
Lean bringing it up here for the Tigers. He's going to use a dribble move, swing it over to Colby Christensen. His three is up and good from the far corner. That is Christensen's first three of the night, 5 points for him.
Tigers back to the lead by 5 now. Drew looking to trade threes. That one's up and no good. And it was tipped out of bounds by Carter Lean. Lean there, a good save. Tipped it out of bounds right before it got into Reinertson's hands. Reinertson might have had an open three there. Good hustle by Carter Lean. Murphy with it now looking to attack. He'll go over to Drew and the kick back out to Reinertson, who attacks baseline. A charge taken by Elliot Tidgren. Great charge take by the senior. So Reinertson will pick up the foul. That'll be the 7th team foul for the Bombers.
And once again, like I said all year, Elliot Tidgren maybe not the best stat putter-upper. You know, he's going to get a lot of rebounds for you, and he's going to play really good defense. Maybe not very effective on the offensive side of the ball, but he definitely gets it done defensively.
Christensen with it now. Going to have to get rid of it soon here as he'll finally dribble. Goes up over the top to Vincent. Tigers did a pretty good job of carving the defense out there. Herman going to be called with the foul on Christensen.
That is Herman's first foul of the night.
Christensen now will head to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity here. Again, Colby Christensen, as Luke mentioned before, a very good free throw shooter. Actually, I made a mistake before. Colby Christensen has the best free throw percentage on the team at 88.6%. 31 makes out of 35 attempts as he gets that first one to go.
And I know it's redundant when me and Alex keep saying this, but just the free throw shooting ability of this entire Tiger team has really propelled them to the success they've had this year as they take a 7-point lead.
Murphy with it, kicks over to Herman. And Drew now looking to create with Murphy there as they use that little pick and roll tactic. Instead, they'll get it to Nick Edwards, who puts up a quick three. Foul going to be called on Elliot Tidgren down low as he tried to get a little position there to get the rebound. That foul will be Elliott's first on the night.
Peterson and Feldman here are going to check in as Elliot Tidgren and Eiley take a seat.
Drew with it down low. He's going to be fouled there. Got a grab on the arm. They're going to say that it was on the shot, so Connor Drew will head to the line for the Bombers. Most attempts for the Bombers on the year so far by about 50 free throw attempts, shooting 71.7% from the line, 66 of 92. Again, foul is called on the shot, so it'll be 2 attempts for Connor Drew. So he puts up the first one, that one up and good.
Six-point ball game here with 2:57 left in this first half. Once again, you guys just checking in with us, the conference implications of this game very high, so the tension in this gym is, you can kind of feel it slowly start to raise.
Eiley now going to check in for Reinertson for the Bombers. Sam Peterson also checks in as well. Lean now going to get it across the court for the Tigers. He's going to dribble all the way up on the middle, made a nice pass to Feldman. Just a bit far to the left there, and that one goes out of bounds.
Nice pass there from Lean. Just Torrey wasn't expecting. He thought he was going to go up strong on the right side, and that's kind of what Beeson told him, is just take that one. He's like, you beat him, you get your points. As a nice play there by Drew on the inside, getting it up and over Vincent.
You see there the Tigers containing Drew as they get a guy to front there to try not to allow any passes inside, as well as that backside help. Vincent just a bit late on the backside help there, and it definitely paid off for the Bombers as they were able to take advantage of that. Shot by Carter Lean up off the glass and good. Carter Lean 4 points on the night now for the Tigers, and he brings them back the lead by 5, 28-23.
Some nice defense here being played by the Tigers.
Murphy looking to go up over the top to Drew. It's stolen away by Feldman, who forgot it there. Looking to go somewhere with it, and right as he looked, there was nobody there, so that one out of bounds. Turnover will give it back to the Bombers here, and again, that's just Tigers trying to play a little bit too fast. Something we saw the girls do in their last game against the Bombers here. 28-23 with about a minute 55 left to go here in the first half. Eiley looking to go up over to Drew, but it was knocked right into the hands of Herman, who catches it and puts up a quick shot. Gets the 2-point bucket to go. Ashton Herman now in the double-digit club for the Bombers with 10 points. And his Bombers down 3, 28-25.
Tigers here trying to slow things down, kind of set something up offensively. And
Booth, a nice dribble move there, was able to get by Murphy. Found Christensen in the corner, but the defense suffocating on the Tigers shooters. Colby Vincent going to put up a corner three. That one up no good. Rebound goes to Carter Lean. Colby Christensen now with the three of his own. That up no good. Peterson skies in for the rebound for the Bombers.
Nice cross-court pass there from Murphy to find Herman cut into the basket as the Bombers bring it to within one here. 28-27, a minute to go left in this first half. So a little bit of an offensive run here by the Bombers.
Yeah, and so often you see a play like that, you credit, three by Colby Vincent. That one up no good. Again, so many times you credit that amazing pass by Murphy, but the thing that goes unlooked is that basket cut by Ashton Herman. Just a beautiful coast-to-coast basket cut, and it shows that it paid off right there as he got that to go.
Nice play there by Torrey Feldman, playing some intense defense off the turnover and getting the ball back to his Tigers.
Lean with it now in the corner. Peterson defense on him. Great move by Lean there. And the Tigers able to get it back up at the top of the key. Booth going to attack. Bombers still in a bit of a 2-3 zone here as they've got those two higher guys coming out up high. Booth was almost left wide open there. Not a guy you want to leave open behind the arc. And Lean, a good pump fake.
Tigers now maybe looking to hold it now. 30 seconds left in the first half. Kind of maybe hold for the final shot and not let the Bombers get any hotter here on this run.
Tigers definitely, it would be a huge thing for them to go into halftime with a lead, and that's what they'll do. Presumably about 15 seconds left here. As Carter Lean gets the call in from the ref. About 7 seconds left. Tigers will look to attack. Lean with it. Going to attack, puts up the shot at the free throw line, the 15-footer. And that'll do it for us here in the first half. Just great offense there by the Tigers to kind of waste that time out and get the last shot before half, and they'll go into halftime with a 3-point lead, 30-27. We will head to a commercial break as well as a couple messages from us here at Tiger Vision, and we will be back and ready for the second half of action.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
Welcome to Little Tigers Preschool. I love being a tiger because we learn lots of fun things. Come be a tiger with me.
towards the junior after prom throughout the season.
All right, everyone. Today is a very sad day. It is the last Chuck-a-Duck of the season. I know, bringing a tear to your eyes. I'm crying on the inside, I know. But because it's the last one, it's gotta be the best one, all right? Is that fair? So we gotta make this place the loudest it's ever been. Everyone's gotta be on their feet, and you gotta give us your best tosses, because this is the prize you don't want to miss out on, all right? Now everybody on their feet. I like it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Here's your target, everybody. Good luck. Let's do this on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Chuck those ducks. All right, we have all the ducks. Let's get them out. Let's see who our final Chuck-a-Duck winner is. Lucky winner number 42. Who is our winner? Congratulations, little Thaddeus Dirks. Thank you, everybody, for participating. You guys have made this awesome. We love you all, and go Tigers!
Hello and welcome to Fairview at Adams Elementary. I love being a Tiger because it feels like a family here. Come be a Tiger with me.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Hello and welcome to Carroll Middle School. I love being a Tiger because I'm always supported and encouraged here. Come be a Tiger with me.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this heated conference matchup between the Ballard Bombers and the Carroll Tigers. Interesting stat here from the first half. No timeouts called by either side, both teams having 5 timeouts at the end of the half. Quick shout out here to the Tiger student section here in the jungle, always coming out and showing support, but this place is packed. As I said before, I don't think I've seen it this loud or heard it this loud or seen it this big since the Kemper game, so that kind of just shows you the implications of this game tonight.
Also, go ahead and use this time to give a quick shout out to our sponsors here. I saw the sign Culver's, the Carroll Tiger Booster Club, Carroll Broadcasting, Des Moines Area Community College, the United Bank of Iowa, and Western Iowa Networks. Again, a huge shout out to all of those sponsors. Haven't really had too much time, as Luke mentioned. No timeouts there in the first half. Haven't really had much time to mention those sponsors, so go ahead and get that out while we can. And as we enter about 5 seconds left here before we get started for the second half. Again, if you missed the first half of this game at all, it's a pretty close one here. Also, huge conference championship implications for both teams with only one loss on the season. The winner of this one, presumably the Raccoon River Conference champion of the 2019 season. If you've been following the Tigers basketball team at all, if they were to win the conference championship this year, that would be their 3rd conference championship in a row. Pretty impressive feat if you ask me. So to start it out here, the Bombers will have the possession as you see the student section rising to their feet. And that'll get us started here at an inbound from Ashton Herman into Mason Murphy.
Murphy now going to try to find Drew down low. Drew's going to dribble on Torrey Feldman, but poked away there by Colby Christensen. Nice play by him. Carter Lean looking to facilitate this offense a little bit. Slowing it down as they swing it around the perimeter.
As I mentioned, in the girls' game, you see the when the big man gets the ball down low, you see the guards coming in, poking, just trying to knock that ball out. Perfect example of that by Colby Christensen, and it led to a Tigers possession. Carter Lean with it now there in the corner. And he's going to kick up top to Feldman as the Tigers continue to reverse it around the arc.
In this Tiger starting lineup, everybody on the court can shoot the 3 ball, so their offense is all about movement, off-ball screens, and trying to get their shooters open. As Colby Christensen's floater is up no good, but rebounded by Carter Lean. He's going to get a layup on the right side, up and in.
Nice right-hand scoop layup there by Carter Lean, who gets it to go. Herman with a quick stop and goes inside to Drew, and is looking for Cale Crow, bit over the big 5-man's head. And that'll go out of bounds. Turnover will give it to the Tigers here. 32-27 is our score.
And Cale Crow, Connor Drew, the 2 twin towers here for the Ballard Bombers, staying at 6'6" and 6'5", really a force inside. And the Tigers so far have really done a good job of neutralizing that threat.
Lean with it now, going to take it up for the Tigers. He'll kick over to Colby Vincent. Torrey Feldman with it now over to Christensen. Tigers having a little bit of trouble to create space to get shots, and they're using a lot of passes to be able to do that. A couple dribble drive moves as well. Colby Vincent left wide open there in the corner for the 3, no good. Tipped around into the hands of Mason Murphy. The Bombers have numbers on the press. Reinertson puts up the layup on the left side off the fast break. That's up and good. Bombers grab their first bucket of the second half.
Tigers trying to repeat on a transition possession of their own, but Crow there with a nice block there for the Bombers. Kellen Jones has it on the inside. He's going to go up strong and be fouled by Crow. Once again, Kellen's so good at drawing contact there on the inside, as he will go to the free throw line.
Kellen Jones.
That is Crow's 3rd foul on the night. Excuse me.
Jones 3 free throws on the night so far. He had those 2 earlier in the game, as well as after that and 1 opportunity. Very good free throw shooter, as we've mentioned so many times before. First one for Jones is up and good.
And I think one really fun part about high school basketball is all the chants that the student sections say to each other. You know, there's some of them maybe not so nice, but they're always add a little comedic effect to the game.
Rare miss there from Kellen Jones as the Bombers now with it. Reinertson going to attack left side, going over to Drew in the corner, who will go baseline. Drew creating enough space. Big movement, gets Big Mo going there and gets to the rim. Connor Drew now in double digits for the Bombers with 10 points.
Vincent now here with the ball. He is leading the Tigers along with Colby Christensen and Carter Lean, or not Colby Christensen, excuse me, Kellen Jones and Carter Lean, as Kellen Jones gets a huge rebound there for the Tigers. Colby Vincent now looking for something to do with it. He's going to find Carter Lean, who's going to go inside, use a nice post move there on Carroll. His shot, however, is going to be blocked. Ballard now in transition. Herman now uses the pull-up jumper. His shot up and good. Ball game is now tied 33-33.
Herman really the best shooter here on this Bomber squad, as we've seen him shoot from outside the arc, and he really loves those pull-up mid-range shots. Very Kevin Durant type play style, and Herman can knock down the shot from just about anywhere on the floor. Feldman with it now for the Tigers. Again, not much of a threat, probably the least threatening of the 5 on the court currently for the Tigers, outside from behind the arc. You see the Bombers kind of get off of him a little bit there and give it to the other guys to attack. Jones with it now attacks. Kick over to is stolen away by Reinertsen. Reinertsen with the attack on the left side, looking to use a Euro move on Carter Lean and gets it to go. Cade Reinertsen now with 8 points, and the Tigers going to use a full timeout here. We'll head to a quick commercial break, and we will be back after this timeout. And welcome to Carroll High School, and thank you for joining us here on the live stream as we are getting set for a Raccoon River Conference varsity doubleheader.
Today's winner is Wade Lingling. He is in 5th grade in Mrs. Witcher's room. We're going to go in there and we'll get to see his reaction.
And welcome back, Tiger fans. 4:45 left to go here in the third quarter. 35-33 game, as the Bombers have just taken a lead over the Tigers. A little bit of momentum swing there, so Tigers with that timeout looking to slow them down a little bit.
Tigers will have possession here again as they fall behind for the first time since early in the first quarter. 33-35 with about 4:45 left to go in the third quarter. Lean on the attack for the Tigers will go down low to Jones, and a bit of a give and go there. Lean shot swatted away. Herman now with the fast break puts up the layup on the right side, gets it to go. Bombers jump out ahead by 4 now, 33-37. Lean with it for the Tigers, comes over to Vincent. And up top to Feldman. Christensen now there in front of the student section. Tigers continue to reverse it around the arc, and Ashton Herman looking to play for that steal, called for the foul. That foul will be his second on the night. Herman also with 16 points on the night for the Bombers.
And Herman having a really big game, only 4 minutes left in this third quarter, already with 16 as he averages 15 on the night.
Lean with it now for the Tigers. He kicks over to Feldman. Christensen in the corner, now looking for an open teammate, finds Carter Lean. See Caleb Booth head to the scorer's table now. Maybe it'll ignite a little spark for the Tigers. Lean gonna put up the 3. Shot up no good. Rebounded by Connor Drew rather. And Herman there on the drive lost it a little. Jones looking to get into it there. Almost got it tipped away. Drew able to control it. Reinertsen now comes over to Peterson here in the corner. Back up top to Cade Reinertsen, who's going to attack right side. Uses a nice spin move. Puts up a fading shot off the glass and in. Just a great shot by Reinertsen. Defense all over him, gets it to go. He increases the Bombers' lead to 6, 33-39. Lean now running the high post, gets it to Jones. Jones looking down low for a cutting Feldman, and that goes out of bounds. Another timeout going to be taken by the Tigers. Coach Beeson tries to get his guys to slow down a little bit. Huge momentum shift here for the Bombers after Coach Beeson calls another full minute timeout. We'll head to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. And we're back here. Thank you for joining us again. A huge momentum shift for the Bombers right before we left for that timeout break. They're on about an 8-0 run, I want to say. 33-39 is our score now. Bombers leading by 6. Bombers are led by Ashton Herman, Connor Drew, as well as Cade Reinertson. Reinertson and Drew with 10 points apiece, as well as Ashton Herman with 16. Those three accounting for 36 of the Bombers' 39 points on the night. So again, a huge night for those three, and right now it's got their Bombers up 6.
Tigers here going to need to clamp up a little bit defensively and not let easy baskets here, as there will be a foul called on Caleb Booth, I believe. That is his first of the night.
Inbounding now is Mason Murphy. He'll get it into Drew. And up top to Herman now. Sam Peterson going to come out on the screen, puts up the three-pointer. 3 up and good for Sam Peterson, and the Bombers jump out to a 9-point lead now, 33-42.
Tigers here going to need to go on a little bit of offensive run, but as we know all season that they are very good at that. Caleb Booth now pump fake with the 3. Back to Christensen. Booth here dribble drive inside. He's going to get a little stuck there in the short corner. He's going to throw it up to the top of the key to Christensen. Feldman now pull up right inside the 3-point line. His jumper up and good. Bomber lead, cut down to 7. Reinertson here with the drive. He's going to try to find Drew inside, but his pass is stolen away by Kellen Jones. Little momentum here starting for the Tigers as Torrey Feldman drives the rim. His shot up, no good. And they're going to say that is out of bounds on Carter Lean going for the offensive rebound. That little possession there, maybe the spark the Tigers need to jump start here, try to get the lead back.
Murphy going to take it down now for the Bombers. Lean sticking some defense on him. Caleb Booth up on Peterson as well. Reinertson there at the high post looking to get rid of it. He'll go over to Murphy in the corner. Murphy going to attack baseline, going to Herman in the corner. Not a guy you want to leave open. And it's knocked out of bounds by Peterson. Possession will go to the Tigers.
Feldman here with the inbound for the Tigers. Lean's going to take it cross court. Tigers here need a couple buckets here before the end of the third quarter, try to get some momentum and go into the fourth quarter.
Christensen with it now. He's going to kick it over to Jones. Jones looking to make a move on Drew. Goes up top to Colby Christensen, who will put up a 3. 3 from Colby Christensen just off the mark. Rebound going to Cade Reinertson.
Murphy now running this Bomber offense. He tries to use the crossover move there on Lean and try to get past him. It is unsuccessful. He will find an open Peterson in the corner.
Good backside help there from Carter Lean to get a deflection, but the Bombers going to keep it. One thing you notice about watching Mason Murphy play is he's always moving at 110 mile an hour. Never a guy that really likes to just walk it down the court and slow it down. He's always looking for a quick drive in and kick out, or he's looking to dribble around with it somewhere.
Torrey Feldman here checks out, and Colby Christensen going to come in. So a shooter-heavy lineup here for the Tigers. All 5 guys on the court, really efficient from the 3-point line. Caleb Booth and Carter Lean heading that pack, as well as Colby Vincent, the senior sharpshooter.
Tigers definitely going to look to take advantage here offensively and defensively as Connor Drew goes ahead and takes a quick rest here. So not as much height in this Ballard Bombers lineup here, as well as not as much rebounding presence. Jacob Eiley open on the corner for the 3 as he gets that one to go. Tigers now down by 10, 35-45.
And Bombers really here shooting lights out all night. Haven't missed very many open shots and really hurting the Tigers as Carter Lean's going to go in there and get a foul on Crow. I believe that is Crow's 4th foul of the night, so it'll be interesting to see what the Bombers do and they see if they lose that inside presence in Crow.
Looks like Connor Drew heads to the scorer's table right as that foul's committed, so he'll check right back in for Crow. Carter Lean going to put up his first free throw. That one up and good. Nick Edwards and Cade Reinertson make a substitution as well. Crow heads over to the bench, as well as Mason Murphy. And Sam Peterson going to take a seat as well. Second free throw for Carter Lean is up and good as well, bringing the Tigers back to only an 8-point deficit here, 37-45.
55 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Reinertson looking to go into Herman there, had it tipped away. Great job by Carter Lean to go up and find that one. And Carter Lean is going to be called for the foul, saying that he extended the arm there on that one. Lean's called for the foul. You see him and Herman getting into it a little bit over there. And that's got the Ballard Bombers up, ready to go. Foul second, the second one on Carter Lean so far here tonight. Jacob Eiley with it for the Bombers. He'll go over to Reinertson. And inside to Drew. Connor Drew on the attack, puts up the shot and one for Connor Drew. Connor Drew now going to head to the line for the Bombers after a huge three-point play.
Herman here getting a little chippy, making a little action here toward the Tiger student section. We'll see how much of that he gets away with tonight as he takes a seat for the Bombers.
Again, as Luke and I mentioned so many times before, very high-intensity matchup here tonight, something we haven't seen since the crosstown rivals came over. Drew's free throw up and good. Time winding down here, about 30 seconds left to go. 37-48 is the score. Up top to Caleb Booth and back over to Christensen. Vincent pump fakes the three, and he's going to drive in, kick back out to Carter Lean. About 10 seconds left to go here. Tigers will hold for the last shot. Lean makes a nice move on Reinertson, goes over to Christensen in the corner, who puts up a three. Three by Colby Christensen, up no good. And it's tipped around on the floor. Second left, and that'll do it for us here in the third. Gets a little chippy down low between Jones and Peterson here to end the third quarter.
Lots of emotions on the court right now. Both sides getting a little chippy. Fourth quarter here should be interesting as Ballard takes an 11-point lead here going into the fourth quarter. Refs here talking that one over. We will go to a quick ad and we will be right back for this high-intensity fourth quarter.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
And we're back here. Thank you for joining us. Got a little bit chippy there to end the third quarter as intensity continues to rise here for both teams. 48-37 is the score. Tigers only down by 11. Definitely not an insurmountable lead, but they're definitely going to have to get hot here to start the fourth quarter.
And as we saw right before the half, play's getting a little bit chippy, so we'll see how that translates here. Emotions high in the fourth quarter. Tigers always being able to come up clutch in the past, and we'll see if they can replicate that here in the fourth. Mason Murphy here talking something over with the ref.
Tigers will start out with the ball here. The Bombers still in that dangerous 2-3 zone. You've seen it really slow down the Tigers a lot. Only 37 points here in this one. Tigers averaging 66 points per game. Going to have to score a lot here in this fourth quarter to be able to catch up with that average. Booth makes a nice dribble move on Edwards and heads to the line. Shot sent away by Connor Drew. Tigers will keep possession.
And that's what being 6'6" in high school does for you. You know, a lot of the guys are undersized and they might get past you, but you're going to be able to get your hand up there for the shot as Vincent's three is up and off.
So Vincent hustled that one a little bit there. As it's another quick fast break still going here. It's kicked over. Herman with it. Now going to drive, and he's fouled by Colby Christensen.
As we saw there, Mason Murphy there on the ground. Looked like he was holding his knee, but I guess he's fine now.
If we could have anybody get him an Oscar down here on the court, that would be much appreciated. Nick Edwards going to inbound the ball for the Bombers. He'll get it into Murphy. Murphy going to go over to Edwards, and that's stolen away by Christensen. Colby Christensen with it now gets a layup on the right side to go. Tigers back only down by 9 now, 39-48.
Tigers here going to need to get some momentum here early to start this fourth quarter and try to slow down this hot Ballard offense.
Tipped out of bounds there by the Tigers, so the Bombers will keep possession there. Murphy going to inbound now for the Bombers.
Underneath their own basket, they'll look to try to get one of their shooters open and take an outside shot.
It was kicked over to Jacob Eiley. And now the Bombers moving it around the arc. Murphy looking to use the screen there on Lean. And Jacob Eiley going to put up a three-pointer. That one rattles around, no good. Kellen Jones with the board. Big possession here for the Tigers, as this will really set the tone for the rest of this quarter.
Down 9 here, Tigers. They make a 3. They can make a 2-possession game, but even just a 2 would really bring them a lot closer. A couple quick baskets here in succession really would help the Tigers right now.
Booth with it now as the Tigers offense slows down a little. You see this press really slowing down their offense a lot. As Vincent attacks, kicks to Caleb Booth, who's open for the three-pointer. 3 by Caleb Booth, rattles around, no good. And it's grabbed by Booth. The rebound is, and a foul called down low. Foul will be given to Kellen Jones there as he's making a play on the ball. That'll be Jones's 4th foul. 6th foul for the Tigers.
Christensen now maybe a little bit of blood on his eye, it looks like. He will take a seat as Feldman checks in. Jones not taking the seat, however, so it looks like Coach Beeson is confident in his abilities to not foul out of this one. Booth now with the defense.
Eiley with it, going up top to Drew. And Murphy looking to go to work on Lean. He'll give it up to Nick Edwards. Colby Vincent playing some tight defense on him now as Drew loses that one a little, going down low to Edwards, who puts up the right-hand shot, no good. Rebound going to Jacob Eiley, and it's stolen away by Caleb Booth.
Booth now going to bring the ball up the court for the Tigers. Football pass to Colby Vincent in the corner. Vincent's 3 is up, no good. Rebounded there by Herman. Herman will find Nick Edwards, and the Bombers will bring it back across half court.
5:30 left here for the Tigers to try to mount a big comeback. Only down by 9 here, 39-48, just about 3 possessions. Tigers definitely going to need some big stops. Couple substitutions here for the Tigers as Christensen and Trayton Goins check in. Kellen Jones takes a seat, as well as Colby Vincent here for the Tigers. Timeout taken now by the Bombers. That'll be their first of the half, a 30-second timeout. Go ahead and stick around here. 39-48 our score. Again, this game getting more intense as the seconds tick by. Seeing tensions rising here rather from both teams. As the Bombers were forced to take their first timeout there.
Both teams kind of right now just trading buckets. Tigers going to need to come up with a few defensive stops here if they really want to get back into this one. And Tigers really have excelled all year in transition and hitting big shots, so we'll see if they can continue that trend tonight and maybe pull off the comeback.
So the Bombers will have possession here again. 48-39 is the score. Mason Murphy will inbound from behind the basket here for the Bombers. He'll get it up over high. Was looking for Connor Drew, but it's stolen away by Feldman. Eiley able to come up with it. Herman now goes up and gets that one. He's going to put up a jumper. That up, no good. Drew right there for the rebound. Gets the putback to go. Tigers jump ahead by double digits now, 39-50.
Christensen now had it at the wing for the Tigers. He's going to use a Feldman screen. Swing it back up to Lean. Lean with the dribble drive on the right side. Uses a nice dribble move to try to get past Eiley. They will call a block on Eiley.
Tigers going to have to get some shots to fall and fall fast here as running down to the final 5 minutes of this one. Having trouble here of recent getting shots to go, as well as even getting shots up really at that point.
Tigers here kind of moving around the perimeter. Carter Lean with a nice dribble move. Going to find an open Caleb Booth in the corner right in front of the Carroll student section. His 3 up, no good. Off of Connor Drew, giving the ball right back to the Tigers.
Tigers taking advantage there of Drew's frustration, letting him know hopefully the Tigers can use that as a momentum swing here and try to get a nice bucket out of this inbounds play.
And Tigers recently have been getting open shots, which is nice to see. Just those balls just rattling right out of the rim.
Down inside to Feldman now at the high post. He's going to kick over to Booth, who lost it for a little bit there. Going to use a screen now from Feldman as Carter Lean. He'll kick over to Christensen. Christensen attacks, going over to Booth. And Booth, half-hearted pass there, finally got it to go. Caleb Booth going to put up a three from the corner. Bounces up, no good. Rebound going to Connor Drew.
Mason Murphy here with the ball for the Bombers, bringing it up nice and slow, trying to milk this clock as much as they can. Comfortable 11-point lead here for the Bombers. Tigers going to play a little bit more on-ball, in-your-face defense, try to force turnovers.
Booth got a deflection there, and the foul called. Foul will be awarded to Caleb Booth. That'll be his third on the night now.
That's Carter Lean, is who they're going to call the foul. And so
actually
be
called
Carter's
on
third
Lean.
foul of the night.
Vincent now going to sub in for Caleb Booth. Kellen Jones makes a substitution for Trayton Goins as well, so the starter's back on the floor for the Tigers. Mason Murphy going to head to the stripe for the Bombers. Murphy 23 of 27 on the year so far, 85% best percentage on the Bombers squad. Shot up no good, but it's rebounded by Nick Edwards. Just a lack of boxing out there for the Tigers. Ashton Herman left wide open for the three, and he gets it to go. Bombers jump out to an even bigger lead now, their largest of the night, 53-39.
14-point lead here. Tigers need a couple quick buckets. Try to get back up in this one. Carter Lean now Mason Murphy gonna be called on that foul on Carter Lean.
Lean gonna inbound now from behind the basket. Again, Tigers down 14, running out of time here to make a comeback. Gonna have to get a lot of defensive stops rather, and get their offensive shots to fall. Lean gonna put up a deep three. That one up and good. That's got the Tigers off their feet here, loud and proud. And a timeout gonna be called by Coach Beeson. 13 points on the night now for Carter Lean as they bring back to within single digit, or actually lead is 11, so 53-42 is the score. Timeout used by Coach Beeson.
We'll go to a quick ad break and be right back for the end of this intense conference matchup.
And we're back here. Thank you for joining us. 3:24 left to go here. Tigers down by 11, 42-53. That three-peat of conference championships slowly starting to fade away here for the Tigers as we get deeper and deeper into this one. Herman going to take it across there for the Bombers, and he gets it up to Jacob Eiley as the Tigers pick up the defensive intensity. Eiley with it going to be double-teamed. It's knocked around. Vincent going for the ball. Couldn't quite get it. The no-look pass over to Edwards, who makes a nice pass to Drew. Foul's going to be called on the shot, I believe. So Drew with an and one dunk there will head to the line for the three-point play opportunity. He's got 18 on the night here for the Bombers. Shot for Drew is up and good. Lean, a nice crossover move on Murphy. Puts up a three. Shot up no good. Tipped around. Rebounded by Drew. And a foul called. The foul will go on Kellen Jones. That'll be Jones' fifth. So Jones going to have to take a seat for the rest of this one. Tigers' hope more and more slowly starting to fade here. Caleb Booth going to check in for Jones. Drew going to put up the free throw from first free throw. The 1-and-1 is up and good. Second free throw for Connor Drew is up and good as well. Connor Drew, the big man now for the Bombers with 20 points on the night. Very impressive night from the junior. And he gives his Bombers a 16-point lead now, 42-58. Vincent pump fakes the three there on Drew, and it's hit over to Lean. Carter Lean going to attack. Goes back to Vincent. Vincent with the drive on the left side now, and a foul called on Herman. Foul will be called on the shot, so Colby Vincent will head to the line now for the Tigers. Vincent, above 80% free throw shooter here for the Tigers. Very efficient from the line. First one for Vincent, up and no good. Second one for Vincent is up and good. He's got 9 points on the night now. Murphy gonna have to get it in, gets it into Drew. Drew a quick pass back to Murphy, who races across the half-court line. Murphy now gonna attack all the way up the right side, goes into Drew, who has it knocked away by Booth. Drew able to grab the ball, the loose ball though, and puts it up, gets the tip in to go. Ballard Bombers continue to increase their lead now to 17, 60-43. Lean with it, looking to create. Puts up the shot, no good. A foul called on the floor. Foul will be awarded to, I believe, Ashton Herman. That'll be his fourth.
If you look at the point totals here for the Bombers, you have Connor Drew with 22, Ashton Herman here with 19, and then Reinertson with his 10 from the first half. So you add all those together, 22 plus 19 is 41, and then you add the 10, that's 51 of the Bombers' 60 points from just those three individuals alone. So not much else being done offensively by any of the other Bombers, but really being carried by those three.
Something really to point out, Caleb Booth in this one again, coming into this one of the best three-point shooters efficiency-wise in the entire state. 0 points here tonight, and I think he's attempted about at least 5 threes, so the shots for the Tigers really just not falling here tonight, and the Bombers able to take advantage of that. They've got the lead by 15 with about 2 minutes left to go. Tigers also unable to find an answer for Connor Drew here, who's got 24 on the night. Tigers without somebody really of size like Connor Drew to really stop him. A great move there by Colby Vincent, who puts up the reverse layup. That one goes. Tigers cut it back to within 15, 47-62.
We'll go to a short commercial break and be right back with you guys for the end of this game.
And we're back here. Thank you for joining us. Minute 53 left to go here. 47-62 is the score. Tigers down by 15 points. Definitely not the score that they were looking for so far here tonight. We'll have to see what they can do in this remaining less than 2 minutes.
Beeson here trying to inspire his boys, saying we got minute and 53 seconds left to score 15 points. Let's see if we can't do it in the best gymnasium in the country, or in the state, excuse me. Well, I mean, I'd say it's the best gymnasium in the country because, you know, I go to school here, but
15 points in a minute and 53 sounds a little hard, but any of you who are basketball fans, you've seen Tracy McGrady score 13 points in about 30 seconds. So never too early to, or never too late to count anyone out, or early in that fact. Tigers will foul. It'll be their 10th foul on the night, so a double bonus for the Bombers. Jacob Eiley will head to the line for the Bombers.
This becomes a part of basketball where the last minute and 51 seconds will probably take up to 15 minutes. Just one team's going to foul, and they're going to try to score on their side and hope that the other team misses their free throws.
Eiley, that only his third attempt on the year and he gets it to go. He was 2 of 2 coming into this one, so very minimal attempts, but so far a pretty good free throw shooter. Second one for Jacob Eiley is up and good as well, and he'll come out for Nick Edwards.
Tigers here down 17, minute 51 left to go.
See the Tigers rolling it, trying to keep as much time on that clock as possible. Carter Lean attacks, kicks out to Christensen. Over to Vincent now, who comes off of a screen, puts up the 3. That one good for Colby Vincent. Tigers down to within 14 now. And the Bombers able to get it across half court. Connor Drew with the baseline attack there. Vincent forced to foul him. So Drew will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Vincent here, only 2 fouls in the contest, so.
First one for Connor Drew, up and good. Second one for Drew, up and good as well. Connor Drew been very good from the free throw line here tonight. He's got 26 as he looks up on the board and sees that number flashing back at him. Lean with it, gonna fake, goes over to Colby Vincent. Vincent gonna attack, puts up the layup on the left side with the right hand, gets it to go. 52-66 now. And a quick steal here by Christensen with Drew trailing him. I believe Drew got a hand, but a foul called down low. That'll be Ashton Herman's 5th. So Herman gonna foul out. Tiger student section loving to see that. As you see, Herman a little upset after that one.
Herman's been a little chippy all game as the student section screams and excitement, waving him goodbye.
Standing ovation from the Bomber faithful there for Herman. Feldman now coming to the line for his first 2 free throws of the night. 1-and-1 opportunity, misses the first. And a foul on Connor Drew.
Carter Lean gonna pick that one up. It's his 4th foul of the night, so they'll try not to have him foul anymore.
Drew going to take 2 more free throws here for the Bombers. Again, 100% on the night. Gets that first one to go. Second one for Connor Drew. Rattles around and falls through. So 28 now for Connor Drew. As you see him look up at that number. Loving it more than anything here tonight, as it appears the Bombers will take this one here. About a minute left to go. Appears the Bombers will pick up a win here tonight. They will continue to take the first spot in the conference. The Bombers will play the Winterset Huskies on Friday. That game possibly of any implications here. But it appears that the Huskies will take that top conference spot of this 2019 season. And again, the Tigers, currently the #1 team in the state in 3A, will fall back down.
And something about this Ballard team, just gotten the only team to get the Tigers all year, and the Tigers have played some very good teams. And Connor Drew and Ashton Herman kind of putting this Ballard team on their back and leading and propelling them to victory here tonight.
First free throw for Nick Edwards is up, no good. Second one for Edwards, that one up and good. Sam Peterson will check back in for Jacob Eiley.
15-point game here, minute 9 seconds left. Tigers going to try to bring this one as close as they can and hopefully get a crack at winning it.
Lean gonna pull up quick for the three, gets it to go. Tigers now to within 12. A quick timeout there from Coach Beeson. That'll be his last one. A full minute timeout there from Coach as Carter Lean enters the 20-point club with that three-pointer. So 69-57 is the score now, a minute and 3. Tigers either gonna have to hope for a quick steal or a couple free throw misses. If they have any chance to get back into this one here tonight. If not, it's not the end of the world. Had the Tigers not come out of this one on top. They'll have a game on Friday versus the Wildcats, as well as 2 games next week, Monday at home versus the Humboldt Wildcats, and it'll be the Harlan Cyclones where they will travel to next Thursday.
Tigers here kind of getting hot late. Carter Lean hitting a few big shots. Kobe Vincent hitting a few big shots, but just kind of too little too late situation where if only those were falling in the third quarter, this could be an entirely new ball game.
Tigers will be forced to foul again. That one will be called on Colby Christensen. That'll be his 4th on the night.
Murphy, once again, the best free throw shooter on the Bombers. He will be up to the charity stripe.
First one for Murphy, rolls around and out. Second one for Murphy, up and good. So Mason Murphy with his first point on the night for the Bombers. Doing a lot more things than just off the scoreboard as Lean loses his footing there on that one. The hit over to Murphy and out to Drew, back to Reinertson, that gets it to go.
15-point game here, 30 seconds to go. Carter Lean with a nice inside move there on Murphy. He's gonna get an easy lane to the basket, but points too little too late now as Reinertson will just hold on to it.
And the Tigers still maybe looking to foul here. Don't think they will, really just kind of trying to stick some defense for the last how long here as the time continues to wind out here. 10 seconds to go. Bomber faithful loving the win here tonight. The Tigers will pick up their second loss in the conference. They will fall to 16-2 on the year. Still a very promising season here for the Tigers as we enter closer into the postseason. Tigers will be at Carlisle on Friday. They will be at home versus the Humboldt Wildcats and in Harlan next Thursday. For Luke and I here at Tiger Vision, thank you for watching, and we are signing off.